Right, so it's another episode for the love of the game. Um, myself, Dre. I'm joined by Ronaldo and Skervin. Lads, it's another day, another defeat. Just before we went on air, right, you would have felt like someone died. It's been mad despondent today. Over the last couple of days, I'm pretty sure all three of us have been, been getting bantered at work. But we're here, lads. What you saying?
Still here.
Still here, man. We're still here.
Sad times, but for the love of the game, we're here.
Yeah, literally for the love of the game, we're here, bro. So much has happened over the weekend, second weekend of the Premier League. Um, Before we even get to the weekend review, um, you might as well just kick it off straight with Manchester United. Brentford 4, Manchester United nil. Um, Boy, I think it's the biggest deficit United have had after 35 minutes in a Premier League game. Um, where do we start? Um, I don't even know where to start. But I just want to the first half in totality. Yeah, what were you guys thinking at half time? I'll go to you, Ronaldo, first. What were you thinking at half time?
Oh, mate, half time I'm thinking, is this a dream? Like, is this a nightmare or something? Like, is this my team I'm watching? Couldn't believe it. Shocking, shocking football, shocking display. It's unbelievable, mate. It's the only word I
Boy.
could put in it.
What about you, Skervin? Because you've been quiet for the last 2 days. Uh,
Mate,
didn't hear nothing from you for 2 days, so I know you got a lot to say. So, so I know you got a lot to say. So, what was your thoughts at halftime?
my thoughts at half time was Dre was right. The Gaya should be out that team. And we should have a new goalie
Mm,
in goal. Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
that that what he did, that what he did had a major impact on what happened. Because that brought nervousness to the team instantly. Because that blunder should not have happened. That's what he does in training every day, bro. Them sort of saves, bro. Do you know what I mean? He does.
and
That's his
speak.
food and water. You know what I mean? and
Mm,
and you go and do that and put your team under pressure. And then after you do that, you do it again. What are you doing passing to Ericsson right there? Ericsson didn't want the ball there, but what Ericsson did, he moved in towards to create space for somebody for De Gea to pass to, which meant he should have went out long. So him passing into him right there is ridiculous, bro. It's football, brain fam. Use your head. Do you know what I mean?
mm. And that,
Ah,
and you
bro,
know
it's
what? Let's get straight to the first goal because you mentioned something that De Gea created nervousness around the team. I want to say who created that nervousness to begin with. Just before the goal, Harry Maguire.
mm, mm,
Remember, they were playing out from the back, and Harry Maguire just dilly dallying on the ball. He got shut down, and that led to the throwing in it. That throwing led to my man taking a shot, and I know inexcusable David De Gea. That
inexcusable,
just
Jay.
sucked the life. Like I say all the time, sucked the life out of the team, bruv.
Hey,
Because
Yeah,
United played okay. They weren't great the first 10, 15 minutes, but they tried to bounce ball. But that
yeah.
is just like, what's the point? Every player will be looking around like, what's the point? But I want to focus on the Harry Maguire because to me, how in the hell is he even starting, let alone captain of Manchester United? I do not know. That's the biggest crime of 2022, bruv. How is he still captain of Manchester United, bruv? How's he even starting? Like, what's your thoughts on the goal, Ronaldo? Who do you think? Well, obviously we know who's to blame, but do
Yeah,
you think the goal was avoidable before we even got to the
hundred
shot?
percent, 100%, 100%. Like you say, Dre. Yeah, because when it gets breakdown in the tactical room with the defenders, that's where it starts from, innit? That's where it all starts from. That create the panic, that create the doubt. Harry Maguire had the ball, dilly dally, didn't know what to do. You saw the players speaking to him after. He's got his arms up like he always does. Then he flicks his hair, looking like a mug. But yeah, like that's what he does. He creates panic
Mm,
all the time, and in the transition, we concede goals. Yes, it's De Gea's
mm.
fault because I'm not gonna, you know, what I'm saying, shy away from that. He's to blame. Picking up on what Sker said, this guy does blunders for fun, Dre. He's been doing
Thank you.
blunders for years. I
Yes.
don't know how he's still a keeper at Manchester United. He did this in pre-season. He done it. Remember, lads, he made a
Yeah,
blunder in pre-season.
corner
So
against
it's
Palace.
thank you. So it's something that he carries with him. He's been doing it. He's
Corner.
done it in the Euros. Cristiano Ronaldo, like he's
Bruv,
done it, bruv. He's
the Brentford
this guy.
goalkeeper is in the Spanish squad ahead of him.
Thank you.
That shows you the levels. The
That
Brentford
shows you.
goalkeeper.
Did you see the difference in the same game in the transition when we tried to go
Yep,
over the top? Thank you.
yep.
He's always there. So even the fourth goal, every goal I blame De Gea. All
Mm.
goals that are conceded on that day.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's get to the second goal now.
But
I think we're
because
all
that's the
in
same.
agreement. Oh God.
Sorry, Jay. In all fairness, though, even though Harry Maguire brought another goal at first, yeah. In all fairness to him, when he had the ball at the back, if you look up the pitch, bro, there was no movement, mate.
Knock it
There
Yeah,
was
low,
no
Sker.
man.
movement for no one,
I
bro.
agree,
Like
Sker, but
honestly,
hit
Yeah.
the channels, Sker. Hit,
but
hit the channels.
exactly.
Yeah.
But there was that. No, I agree. That's what he was meant to have done. But
Yeah,
as well, create some movement for the man, bro.
I agree. I understand. The team is static as a structure. We're broken.
Static,
We're
proper
broken,
static, bro.
broken, man. No
But
confidence,
at the
low.
same time, yeah, at the same time, he is the most senior centre back out of all of them, and he's the captain, bruv.
I know,
You
man.
have to deal with that. Even if you knock it out for a throw, that it's
Thank
up
you.
the pitch, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
When in doubt, play
Yeah.
out.
Kick
You
it
learn that
out,
from
yeah,
6 years old. When in doubt, play
True.
out.
straight, bruv. There's a
You,
goalkeeper behind you. Play to him, bruv. You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
basics.
Like,
exactly.
bruv,
Keep it simple,
that
man.
was. But the moment he did that, I was like, "You fucking mug." And what happened? Literally a minute later, goal. Like, he doesn't take responsibility, bruv. He's not a leader. I can tell in that dressing room at half time, he just sat there and said nothing. And I bet you Ronaldo and someone else was onto him like, so what are you gonna do? You gonna say anything? Like, who would listen to that man in the dressing room? No one.
Mm.
I
Bro,
don't
wasn't
know,
it
man.
last season where Rashford called him a knobhead? Like,
Mm.
bruv, nah,
Team's
man.
a joke, man.
Nah.
Team's a joke. It's broken on all levels. Like you say, Dre, yeah. Imagine you go in halftime, 4-0 down, and Harry Maguire's trying to motivate you. Flipping hell,
Brother,
bruv. Imagine,
this
imagine, imagine this scenario. You're in the dressing room, big Manchester United, and look who's talking to you. This guy's never
see,
lifted a spoon. He's
uh,
never lifted
not even
a wooden
exactly.
spoon, bro. Like, what does he know about the trenches? What does he know about winning? What does he know about crossing that? Come on, lads, man. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't lead by example. He doesn't
He's,
lead by what how can I say reputation, like career wise, what he's done, what he's achieved. What is he leading from? From coming from Leicester or Sheffield United? Like, come,
He ain't he been
lads, man.
relegated like 4 times or something.
Come on,
Like,
lads, man.
but, but
It's a
as well
joke.
though, there is not one of them players out there in that 11 that's given us consistency, bro. Not one of them.
Yeah,
the only
I
one
agree.
Name
in
a,
that team
in
that
in
deserves to
a
even be.
captain,
In the
in a
team,
captain, even if he's not vocal on the pitch, bro. He leads by example on the pitch, bro. Do you get
who's
me?
that?
And there's not
The
one
only
of
man
them.
you can give it to
No,
is Ronaldo, bruv.
Yeah,
The only one you
what
can
did
give
he
it
do?
to.
Because he didn't. You guaranteed Ronaldo's gonna deliver, bro. Do you know what I
hundred
But
mean?
he will
percent.
put bruv, he's one of the greatest players ever. So you by default, the guy's led his country to a Euros, bruv. Like by default,
Exactly.
give man the armband, bruv.
That's my point, Jay, because
And
he's
like
leading
that
a
game against Brighton
reputation.
last season when we lost 4
There
0
you go.
because we came to like to lose by 4 goals these days. That game we lost 4 0 against Brighton. Bruno started the game as captain. Maguire came on. Bruno did not even look at the man to give him the armband, bro.
There
That's
you go.
this
I noticed that
ultimate
as well.
disrespect.
Remember that game?
That's
Remember we
ultimate.
brought
Yeah,
it up on the pod, and I said,
yeah.
"Look at that. That says everything that you have to know about what the players think about Harry Maguire, bro."
I'm telling you, bro. Come on, man.
If I'm
There's
Ten
no
Hag,
way.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. If I don't get what I
I
want
know it's
come
way too
August 31st, September 1st, I'm gone, fam. Big man, big man.
Nah,
September 1st, I'm gone. Cause
that's a different
don't, bro.
conversation.
If I'm
Gone as
yeah, we'll
in,
get to that. We'll get to that. But
yeah.
I just want to say, if you're a man of your principle, you can't work under this, bruv. You're promised X, Y, Z. I can't do X, Y, Z because certain man having their contract, they got to play certain minutes. Nah, brother, I'm out.
Mm.
I'm out.
Yeah, let's get to
You
that.
know,
Let's get to the
we'll
third
get
goal,
there.
lads. Let's
Let's get
let's
let's
get
get to the second goal. Let's get to the second goal.
yeah.
Boy, playing out from the
It,
back, the ball went the ball went on. That goal reminds me of a FA Cup game against Leicester. Was it the season before last?
yeah,
When
Fred.
Harry Maguire done exactly the same thing De Gea done, where he played it to Fred with his back towards the goal. Fred, I don't know what Fred was doing, but he got caught on the ball and it led to a goal. That was
Yeah,
that FA Cup game. This one,
yeah,
David De Gea played it to Ericsson with a man right on him. Brentford knew what was going to happen. They shut
exactly.
down Ericsson, tap in, second goal. I see some people trying to blame Ericsson for the goal, but surely
Nah,
it's completely at David De Gea's
of course.
feet, the whole blame. Like, what were you thinking when you saw that? I think that was the 10-minute mark or something like that. Like, what were you thinking when you saw that? I'll go to you, Skervin.
Like I said, Ericsson never made that run for the Gea to pass to him. He made that run for him to go long and create space. You know what I mean? But I don't know what happened to the Gea's head. Like, what? How are you gonna pass the ball to your man and he's so tightly marked, bro? It doesn't add up, bro. But yeah, like I said, he should have went long. He just should have went long. And
Mm,
like you guys said, when in doubt, kick it out. You get me?
mm.
Simple.
And that leads to another thing. Like, I know David De Gea has been praised for many years for his shot stopping. I know me and Ronaldo have been very vocal about David De Gea as an ancient goalkeeper, but surely Saturday proved that because he's terrible with his feet and he hasn't got the football brain of a modern goalkeeper. Because that is basic. That's basic common sense. If the ball's, you don't play the ball to someone where they're facing the goal, bruv, and someone's on them. That's common sense.
That is
That's what
common
you're
sense,
taught in
bro.
school.
exactly.
Come on, man. Basics.
Basic
Uh,
101 football, innit?
but
Especially that close to the goal as well. Like he's playing
exactly.
small goals in training or something. I don't know what he's thinking in
But I
his head.
don't. I see some people trying to blame Ten Hag. Go to you, Ronaldo. Like in terms of, do you like? Oh, Ten Hag said in a press conference that was naive what De Gea done. Like, do you put any sort of blame on Eric Ten Hag for that second goal? Or was that just completely at David De Gea's feet?
Nah, I blame Ten Hag as well, you know. He has to take blame because he tried similar tactics against Brighton. And the way they pressed us, he should have learned from then. From then we saw like glimpses this might have happened. And the reason why I give him a bit of the blame is because of what Frank said after the game. He basically spelled it out. He said Brighton did the same thing. Brighton pressed them and forced them to go long. We know they're gonna, you know what I mean? Like try
Mm.
to play out from the back. We know they want to play football. Everyone knows what Ten Hag wants to do. So he should let the players know when you're pressed, go long. But obviously it's so basic that we can blame the goalie. But you know what I mean? Ten Hag needs to have his tactics on point, man. You know what I
I,
mean?
I, mm.
Like
Ten Hag did say like, even though he did say like, oh, that's how we want to play, but it's naive. You know, you don't play the ball like that. If someone's on you, just knock it long. But you can tell with this team they ain't got the common sense to even make runs in behind or stretch the defense. Like it's park football that all of these men look to play in it. And like even though Ericsson made the run, what were Fred and Bruno doing? Like it's common sense. If man's making a run towards the goalie, it's for you to run into space. But
Exactly.
none of them seem to
It's
understand that.
it's that bravery, Jay. You gotta want the ball in it. In the team, you gotta
Mm,
want the ball. Like Ericsson making a run, he wants the ball. De Gea forced it on him, innit? So, like you say,
mm,
Fred, Bruno, all these guys, they need to make runs. Like Skur said, the team's static. No one
Exactly.
else wants the
they don't
ball.
want the ball.
They don't want the ball. You get what I mean? They're not brave enough. But to be fair to the wingers, yeah, they was both hugging the lines, innit? De Gea could have
Mm,
went out there because at the end of the day, he's just, you know what I'm saying? We know your kicking ain't that great. You're not going to be pinpoint like Ramsdale.
mm,
I'm not going to talk about like the usual suspect, Allison and Edison. Like, I'm going to talk about a keeper that was at Sheffield United, bro. You know what I'm trying to
mm,
say? Like, you can
mm,
go identify a keeper as to how you want to play and play that way because this is the Premier League, Dre. And to touch on another point, Dre, yeah, like, why I blame Ten Hag, yeah, to stick to your point, yeah. This is Thomas Frank's words, yeah. Of course, we looked at what Brighton did well against them, and Brighton also like us in that way that they want to play. Normally, Brighton build from the back, the goalie, they went long every single ball. He's basically
mm,
saying they know we're gonna give Man United the ball, we're gonna go long, we're gonna target Martinez, go long, and let you guys try and play it out and win it and score goals.
mm.
That's what
That leads me to another point. 'Cause before we even touch on the third goal, team selection, like I know everyone's pinpointing this on Martinez. He's not going to be a good centre back because he's 5'9", whatever. I think that's a load of crap because one of the greatest centre backs of the last 15, 20 years, Carlos Puyol, is about 5'8", bro, 5'7", bro. So don't listen to that crap. But do you think he should have played on Saturday, or should it? To me, I think he should have played DM, and it should have been Maguire and Varane playing at centre back. But in terms of like the team selection, especially at the back, because everyone's short pretty much. Do you think it was very naive of Ten Hag for him to play so many short players and Brentford are so big? Like, what's your thoughts, Skervin? Okay, look.
scared.
We'll go to you, Ronaldo.
Yeah, bro. Basically, you know, I thought you got it wrong, innit? You got it
Mm,
totally wrong, bruv. Like I just said, Frank, Thomas Frank knew how we was gonna play. He basically said he target Martinez. He knew get the ball long. If we don't win the first ball, we win the second balls around him. This was his
mm.
words. Do you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? He admitted that he literally targeted him. He knew like he's 5'9", and if they don't win the first header,
But
they'll
you
win
know
the
what?
second ball.
You know what? He wasn't that bad in the air, you know. It was just they highlight the goal, like it was all his fault. But in general, he wasn't that bad in the air, and he's very good in the air, bruv. Like when I watched that game, it was the goal. What could you do in it? Like first off, he started about 3 yards inside of the goal, then tried to do a running jump with Ben Mee, who's about 6'8", bruv. So he was never gonna win that ball, to be honest. But Martinez weren't that bad in the air in the game, to be honest. And
But sorry, Jay, to cut you, but would you say he's great in the head, Jay? How many headers did he win? How many duels did he win? He lost all of them.
more than that,
He lost all
to
of them. And
me,
another point, yeah, bro, yeah,
mm,
not cutting you, yeah. Brighton did the same thing. Welbeck won every ball. Like, how can we be going into games, yeah? You think Klopp ain't gonna notice that, Jay, and put Nunes on Martinez? Like, come on,
mm,
man. Like, our manager has to get his A game on point. Like, even Gary Neville said it. Like, he's 5'10" in it, and Sir Alex told him It's not gonna work. He would
Mm.
switch with Pallister, yeah, and he's saying he saw Martinez and Harry Maguire switching during the game. That's never a good thing, Dre. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because
But
come
you
on,
know
it's
what it is, yeah? You know what it is? It's common sense. If one like if Martinez is gonna be the guy that's gonna be like say like the Vidic out of the pairing, yeah, the one that's gonna go and attack the ball,
yeah,
then shouldn't Harry Maguire drop 10 yards or 5 yards? So
yeah.
the
They get,
just you know what I'm saying? Like you drop 5 yards, so you're wary of the second ball that comes down, innit? Like
but this is the thing, Dre. Yeah, you're the striker. Who are you gonna stand on? Harry
I'm
Maguire or
stand on
Martinez?
yeah, and Martinez, of course.
So they're constantly
So but
switching, Dre.
but
So it's like crosses, everything. They're switching in it, so they're always out of position, Dre. Do you get it? Like say a throw
mm,
in, who you gonna stand on? Martinez. Like you see Ben Me, why you think you stood with Martinez? You get it? You're gonna win it.
mm,
Like even Tony for the whole game, every ball Martinez, they target him. The
mm.
manager has to take some blame, bro. He has to. He has to
Yeah,
take a bit
of
of the
course.
blame in
But
it.
you know what?
But
Like they
at the
said in
same time,
commentary. Oh, God.
the players out on the pitch need to take responsibility. You know what I mean? Like if they see something going on, they're supposed to think in their head, all right, well that's happening. Then let's do this. You get me? As a team.
Yeah, I
They
agree.
ain't
So
got that in them,
regardless
bro.
of, but this is the thing. There's no one out there like talking, bro.
There's no
There's
leader
no
in it.
co- there's
Like
no
leaders, man.
cohesion within the team. None whatsoever.
Our captain
It's
has no
broken.
confidence. Our captain has had the worst season in English Premier League history, bro. As the captain of Manchester United, bro. Yeah. And he has no confidence. He's not a leader out there. The team's so broken, yeah. Like Ten Hag's changing
Broken.
little fine details, but the root of the problem, he hasn't addressed it. Like, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? He kept the core of that team. No way, man. You have to break that team up, man. ASAP.
mm,
Because now, yeah, he's signing players and they're gonna get scrutinized because of what? Because of these other guys that's reluctant to. They're stuck in their
bro.
ways. Harry Maguire is
Mm,
rubbish. Doesn't matter how you coach him. Doesn't matter what you do. You know what I mean? Like it's just hit
mm,
and hope of these guys. So now Martinez is getting scrutinized. He's getting judged off 2 games. Obviously, you're gonna
mm.
target him. It's Premier League, but that's
But
where he shows his class.
here's my thing
That's
for the
what
third
football's
goal.
about. Yeah,
Bro, if a top class goalkeeper does not let that ball even go past his 6 yard box, you come out and punch that, bro. Like David De
exactly.
Gea is dancing on his goal line from side to
Literally,
side, bro.
like
Dancing.
you don't know what.
And he's been doing that for 11 years, bro. 11 years he's been doing that. Like,
But as well, Dre. You see when as a keeper, I guess yeah. You see when you do a couple things wrong, bruv, the pressure builds on you. So his head might have just gone that game. Fam. You get
Yeah,
me?
you
I
know
agree.
what?
I agree. I
Yeah.
reckon he should have been subbed that game.
And as well, that it happens, isn't it? Keeper's head's
But
gold, fam. Like,
you see top keepers, top
yeah,
keepers,
that's it.
they
Exactly.
have
They get over
amnesia,
the
bro.
first mistake,
They have
yeah,
amnesia, bro.
and go again.
Because
Yeah,
literally one good save and you might even forget it. You know what I mean? One good save, might even forget it. But
but that never
to
happened.
do that, like criminal, criminal, bruv, criminal. Like to me, I've been saying it for years. I don't care how many shots he saves, bruv. If he could get 15 shots in a game, he'll save 12 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him have 3 shots in a game, he'll let in two, and one of them will be a mistake. That's David De Gea, bruv. It's facts.
Nah, I agree. He's been in howlers
And who we got
years.
to come off the bench for him, bro? Tom Heaton. Come on, bro.
His club's a shambles. We got a
Come
youth
on, bro.
product goalie making penalty saves in the Premier League.
He's not
Top
even
club.
that better, to be honest. He's not.
Now
When he
I
played for
prefer
United,
him.
he weren't that good. He's not that good.
I've preferred him for years now, Dre. You know I've said this. I'd rather see him in goal than De Gea. De Gea is rubbish, bro. He's just living off reputation for about 3, 4 years now. He's been dead.
Mm.
Like he's been below average. Like if Man United are smart, they'll go for Sanchez, bro. At Brighton, they can get him for like 5 million or something, bro. good goalie, young and that. He's proper goalkeeper.
Mm.
Same level as the Gay, if not better, bro.
I
How
think
much
his
is he on?
contract.
How much
Who
is
the
he on?
hell? We
How
already
much?
know what he's on.
The most expensive goalie in the league, you know, by
In the
miles.
world,
Not even
bro.
just. Oh yeah, flipping it. Just to show you what's the guy that's doing howlers, letting in 4 goals at the weekend. Come on, man.
And he's not. And if you were to say he's the top 5 goalkeepers in the Prem, he's not in that list.
Never,
Do you know? That's how mad it is. And he's the most
never.
highest paid goalkeeper in the world.
It's a joke, innit?
Anyway, and that leads us to the 4th goal. You know what? I'm finally with you, Ronaldo and Jadon Sancho, because that 4th goal comes from him. He lost the ball in the penalty box. Didn't even make no effort to go win that ball back. That led to the counter attack. And why so many men were committed forward, I don't know, bruv. I don't know. But how can 2 men do a 1-pass counter attack in the space of like 5 seconds, and David De Gea is just on his goal line doing absolutely nothing?
Thank
There's so many faults, but before we go back to David De Gea, Jadon Sancho, Ronaldo, you've been saying this for a while about Jadon Sancho. I'm with you now. What the hell does
you.
Jadon Sancho offers for this team?
Nothing. Glitz and glamour, prestige. I'm trying to look at the positives, and there's nothing. There's nothing positive there. Like there's nothing I can see from him. When I watch him play, it's like I'm watching a play out of the academy that just came up. And you know, we're waiting to see the spark. We're waiting to see him do something. But it's. I know it's only 2 games, and that I don't want to get on his back because I really want him to do well in it. South London, you know, man.
Mm,
I want him to do well. You get me? But at the moment, it's hard to find a positive in his game. As you say, Dre, like let me just take you back to Saturday, innit?
mm,
Sancho gets the ball in it. He tries
mm,
to play a 1-2 in it. So he released the ball. He doesn't want it back, Dre. He looks away from the play. So he doesn't want the ball. So you see when he gets the ball back, you see the touch, he's already lost it. The 2 defenders stepped in. He's already given up. You get what I mean?
mm,
Like if when you see the replay, you see what I mean in it. Like if he really wanted the ball, that's where you take the ball, do your lollipops, do your tricks, do your thing. You're in the box. You can win a
mm,
pen. You can get free, get across. Do you get my point? Like that's where I want to see Sancho. I don't want to see you trying to nuts, man, in our own half when we're 4-0 down.
mm.
It's cage football, bro. You know what
And
I'm trying to say?
that before we get deep into the 3rd goal, I just want to. I'll come to you with this, Skervin. There was one point in the game when I think Brentford took a corner. Was it corner? No, it was United corner side. I think in Bremo, their wide man lost the ball. I think Brentford took the corner. I think he lost the ball, and United were on a counter attack. And my man sprinted back, and Bremo sprinted back from where he took the corner, sprinted back to shut down. I think it was Bruno, and the ball went out for a
Mm,
goal kick.
mm.
Rashford lost the ball, literally identical position in the second half. And what did Rashford do?
See,
Nothing. Just jogged, jogged
well,
to the
this is what
halfway
I'm
line.
saying. It all boils down to desire, bro. The Brentford players showed desire, bro. They had a game plan and they went out and executed it. There was no
Facts.
desire in our team, bro. And that's what it boils down to. No desire, bro. If he ain't got no desire, he ain't gonna get nothing, bro. Especially
Mm,
in the Premier League. Nothing's
Yeah.
given to you. You know what I mean? And if we're not,
mm.
if we don't back up our ideas, bro, our club's in trouble, mate. I tell you. If we carry on playing without that desire, bro, we're in big trouble, mate. Big trouble.
And another thing before we even get to the well, we'll get back to the 3rd. Was it the third goal, fourth goal, whatever goal we're on? Yeah, fourth goal. Yeah. What the hell was Luke Shaw doing? You know what? If I was Luke Shaw, I just would have clapped man down and just taken a red. Because, bruv, I've
He was
seen Luke
never
Shaw
gonna
do
win that
that. I've seen Luke Shaw do that before. Do you remember there was a game? Was it against Wolves? I don't know if it was a cup game at Wolves ground, but
race.
similar ball over the top, and Luke Shaw's out here looking like he's watching UFOs and that, arms up in the air, not know where the ball's landed, and he got beat to, well, he got beat to the ball. And I think was it what's his name? Their striker Martinez. Is that his name?
Jimenez.
The Wolves striker Jimenez. He
Yeah.
scored.
Oh,
It's literally identical to what Luke Shaw done on Saturday. My man's just useless. I would have clapped man down. I would have taken my red card. Bruv, 3-0 is more respectable than 4-0, bruv. 3-0, at least you can
True.
go in at half time and say, boom, get one goal. Who knows?
I hear you,
But
but he was never gonna win that race. His position is all wrong, innit? But
it's
doesn't matter where he was in that race, yeah, he was never gonna win. 100%. That's Luke Shaw, you know. Come on, lads, man.
mm,
He was never gonna win. De Gea needed to be there. He needed to be. Remember, you know, where that counter came from. You know, where the ball was. What's he doing in his goal line? What's he doing in his
thank
box?
you. Thank
You
you.
know what I mean? Like, come on, you're a sweeper, man. You should be there. Like, you're third centre back. That's how the manager wants you to play in it. So any discrepancies, anything there, do you get what I mean? You're gonna help Luke Shaw out. You know Luke Shaw's gonna need help. So I mean, the team's broken, man. Like, you got to look at the core, the structure. Like, everything's all wrong. Like, we can say the manager's training them or coaching them to do X, Y, Z and that, but when it comes to the weekend, I can't see it, bro. I can't see. All I see is
Mm,
the same broken, low confident guys, bro. Get what I'm saying, Jay?
yeah, I
That's
completely hear you. Like, to me, the worst part of it wasn't like it was 4 goals spread out over like 80 minutes. Like, they literally let in 4 goals so quick that you couldn't even blink. Like, it was like when you go a goal down, you expect your team to like kind of, regroup, go back to at least something where they say, you know what, let's just keep it tight for 10, 15 minutes and then let's see if we can play ball in it later. But these
yeah.
man, it's like before even a goal goes in, a mistake happens. Like Maguire dilly-dallying on the ball. Okay, we're going back into default mode. All right, we just play individual football and see what happens, innit? Like
Yeah.
there's no, like you said, there's no bravery, there's no belief in
No
what they've been
desire.
taught, bruv. It's like, and that's the worst thing. When I see players lose the ball and they're just jogging back, or Brentford on a counter attack, managers jogging, like there's no desire. Like there's, God bless them United fans, innit?
Exactly,
Because
mate.
they were making the most noise in the ground second half. They were just singing whatever type of songs they could think of. Like some of them Manchester United fans coming all 400 miles to bloody Hounslow to watch
No,
that,
man.
fam.
I know, man. This is why I rate the players that went and apologized. See things like that, because at the end of the day, yeah, we're gonna be there again next week, and we're the fans
Mm,
in it. So you have to appreciate us. So even though that some fans will say, "Oh, it don't matter," it does matter, bro. Because these fans, yeah, like you say, they have to watch that they have to travel after that, go all the way back to Manchester. Like, it's not even
mm,
funny. Like, seriously, man. Show us some appreciation, man. Come over, man. Know what I'm saying? Pay some respect. Say sorry in it. Show us that. Give us a bit of belief for next week, at least. You know what
mm,
I mean? Let us know that that's not what your game plan was. Because, like Sker said, if we don't fix up, we could be in the bottom four fight, let alone top four fight.
mm.
You know what I mean?
I keep saying this, but I've got to keep reiterating this. I've always said that as soon as Ten Hag took over, there's gonna be games where United are gonna get battered. They might win games 4-3 or 5-4 or or whatever. But until Ten Hag gets the players he needs to play the football he wants, nothing's going to change. And I'm not even surprised by what happened on Saturday. I'm not. Like, you're just numb to
Really,
it
Dre?
now. I'm not
Really?
surprised. No, I'm not
4-0,
surprised.
Dre.
I'm
Wow,
not surprised.
Skervin, you hearing this guy?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised? 4-0.
I'm not surprised. Bro, we've lost
Amazing.
4-0 at Brighton a few months ago with exactly the same players. We've been slapped by Liverpool by 4 goals. We went to Watford, same players, lost 4-1, 4-0. That was November
Yeah.
last year. Went to City. What was it? 4-1.
Yeah.
We get this, bro. This is
No.
nothing new. We're getting slapped.
Brentford was playing championship football. What, two seasons ago? 3 seasons? Yeah,
A
3
year and a half
seasons
ago. A year and a
You know
half
what I
ago,
mean?
they're playing.
Championship
Bro,
ball, Jay, slapping us 4-0. Nah, this is like a
I'm not
nightmare. I
surprised.
know it's
I'm not
mistakes.
surprised.
I get you. Even the manager, the Brentford manager, Frank, admit that it wasn't a 4-0. He said, if you look at the
Definitely
whole
not.
game, it's not a 4-0 game.
Because they didn't pepper us. They didn't pepper us at all.
But you deserve to
But
win.
that
That's what he said. You
that
deserve
game
to win.
encapsulated everything that you need to know about this United team. Individual
shocked.
mistakes, players that are not good enough,
I
players
was
that go
shocked.
hiding, no character, no desire, no leadership, no nothing.
Like, I
No,
was expecting
absolutely nothing.
I was expecting a bit of belief at least against Brentford, because like
Fragile.
Sker says, yeah, if we ain't got no desire or belief against, we're finished straight. Like, there's a lot of people that's got Brentford up for relegation. Come on, lads, man.
They beat us 4-0.
And they thank you. So we need to be worried. I'm worried, Dre. When you say you're not surprised, I am worried, Dre. I'm being honest. It was like a nightmare,
I'm
bro.
not. To me,
So Dre,
I'm not
you're
worried.
confident that we can finish with 60 points.
Yeah.
That's winning 30 games,
The
Dre.
big,
I know
good
we're
thing
gonna
is,
draw a few, but
no,
that's winning.
that's probably what. No, that's like winning 20 games. Yeah, 20. We can win 20 games this season. Definitely.
20.
20 games. You sure? After that performance, man.
We're 2 games in, yeah. We're 2
We'd be
games
lucky
in.
if we win one.
We're 2 games in. At least next Monday we won't be playing against Nunes because he's been sent off tonight for a headbutt, innit? So we're good. We won't be playing Nunes next week. It'll be Firmino. So like I said before we even started recording, like next Monday's game will either be the rock bottom moment for Man United, or it will be the start of something. But as I've said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I said it before a ball was even kicked, because I know about this team. You cannot trust them. This is the same men that Mourinho says cannot trust them, bruv. Roy Keane has said multiple times they've got bare managers sacked. You cannot trust these players, bruv. So I'm not surprised we're getting smacked up by Brentford. Look how bad we were towards the end of last season. That's relegation form the second half of last season, you know.
Facts.
I'm not
and you're
surprised,
not worried
bruv.
that we still got that form, Jay. That's what
No,
me and Sker is trying to say to you.
because at some point,
It's worrying, Jay.
Ten Hag's just gonna say F it. He's gonna have to drop these, man, because they're gonna cost them. He's a man I can tell with integrity, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I can tell he's a man with integrity. It's burning him that he has to keep playing Maguire, Shaw, Rashford, and Bruno. He's probably never in his life heard a man have minutes or whatever in their contract. They've got to play certain minutes. He's probably thinking like, what the hell have I brought myself into? He's going to have to deal with it.
Because I don't think he will take the job. No, that I don't, lads. That's
No
what I
one
say.
told him.
Like,
Obviously, no one told him.
come on, Jay.
But
Man.
guys,
Obviously, no one told him.
You're gonna drop these guys, yeah. But who you gonna bring in?
Exactly.
So Malacia is better than Shaw. That's number
No,
one.
Yeah,
Varane's way better than Maguire. So that's your backline sorted already. Already.
They weren't good last season, bro.
He's better than Maguire.
Yeah,
Bro,
he was.
Malacia puts in he gets stuck in. So at
But
least
what
you've
I
got a
saw from
decent foundation.
I
He's
don't know,
playing next
bruv.
to
I'm not
Maguire.
sure.
You know
I'm
why I
not
say he
convinced on
looks
it.
shaky? Because he's playing next to Maguire, bro. Maguire will make bloody Paolo Maldini, Cafu, and Roberto Carlos look shaky at the back playing next to him, bro.
That's
Get
what I'm
Maguire out.
Facts.
saying. We're gonna take Varane, put Varane back in, and then it's gonna be shaky again, bro. That's what
Nah,
I'm
it's not,
saying.
man. It's
Nah,
not.
because look who he's playing next to. If me and you play centre back
Take
and I'm moving
Maguire
mad at
out.
centre back, it's gonna
Who
make you play
would you
nervous
play?
as well.
Who would you play? Varane and Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play that.
I'll play a back three at the moment because we're losing too many goals, mate. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
say go three at the back. Varane, bring Lindelof back, and Martinez. Leave Maguire on the bench, not even in the back three. Play Malaysia and the lot. You have a better game in the back three.
I
Both,
think
I'm telling
I think you
you, you
either
would.
start Varane or Martinez, or you move Martinez into a holding midfield and bring in Lindelof and
I
play him
think
with
that's
Varane.
not his.
You
He's
cannot
aggressive.
play
You need that.
Maguire. You Martinez is aggressive in it, and you need to play someone that's a bit kind of like, well, Varane's not Rio Ferdinand, but someone that's got a bit more composure about him, innit? Varane can do that job, bruv. And Varane's a talker. Martinez is a talker. There ain't gonna be no dumb foolishness at the back, innit? Simple as that.
Exactly.
Boom. In
They come.
midfield. Bruv, you can easily, bruv, you might as well, you can't get any worse than how Bruno's playing right now. I know he's one of the match winners in the team. Why, and I understand why he stays on, but Bruno, other than them two
Oh, he's,
chances he's missed in the first two games, I don't even know he's playing, bruv.
he's dead, fam. I keep telling man, Bruno is dead, fam.
I've been saying that for so long. I was getting cussed out and criticized. No, he scores goals. What have I said about certain players? Yeah, that they've got to have fundamentals to their game, bruv. Like, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, could have a bad game, but he's got fundamentals to his game. He can control the ball. He can cross the ball if he needs to. He might somehow in his locker still have a bit of skills. He's got fundamentals to his game, bruv. You look at Bruno. If he's not scoring goals, he can just about pass 10 yards. Always looking to do a Hollywood pass. He ain't got no football brain. Same with Rashford out wide, bro. Like, Rashford is a match winner, and I understand why he stays on because he could give you a goal out of nothing. But outside of that, no football brain. Can't even beat a man no more. I can't remember the last time I see Rashford dust man out on the wing. He ain't got nothing no more. He's cooked. All he does, he runs about 5 yards, stops, tries to cut inside, waits for that fat builder on at left back to try and overlap, tries to cross it in and it hits the first man.
He said fat building.
You know what I mean?
Ridiculous. I know, man. We're broken. Broken. We're a broken
And he
team.
and
Low
and my
confidence.
man signed
Low.
what?
'Cause you can't even
He
defend
signed
any players at United right now.
exactly.
Any players. There's none of them players worth defending right now, to be honest. Like, and you know, I'm a big fan of Bruno. I'm a big fan of Rashi because at the end of the day, the only good thing I could say about Saturday is they did go over and apologize to the fans. Apart from that,
Some of
there's
them,
nothing.
some of them.
There's nothing good I could say about Bruno or Rashford, and that's been good to them. That's been polite. You know what I mean, Jay? That's me holding back because me, I could tell you 100 things about Bruno on Saturday, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the football he plays is annoying. Like the manager moving forward, he needs to drop one of them, him or Ericsson. He needs to go to a back three. He needs to play
Mm.
Ericsson and the holding midfielder and just leave the guys out wide. Just play Martial's back.
Mm.
Hopefully, touch wood. He's, you know what I mean? He's in a good mood.
And I know he gets criticized a lot, and I was saying this to Skervin before he went on air, yeah. But you see, when Martial plays, the link up play with him and Rashford and him and Sancho changes everything. And I know he gets cussed out, but he's got two very good traits to him, bruv. His hold up play and his link up play. Trust me, watch
Facts.
when he
Facts.
plays with Rashford, and he makes Rashford a better player.
He makes
There
the
was that
team a
time.
better team.
There was that time was it a few seasons back? I thought it was just before COVID when
Head to head.
When Martial got injured, it was just Rashford, and Rashford was playing up front, and Rashford looked lost. Bro, remember, Skervin, I was watching games with you, and I was cussing out Rashford every 5 minutes. And I said, boom, watch when Martial's back, you're going to see Rashford start playing. Martial comes back, Rashford starts playing. I'm telling you, it's the link-up play. Because, bro, Ronaldo plays for himself, innit? The
Yeah,
link-up
he
play is
just wants
barely
to
there.
finish.
Yeah,
Ronaldo's there to finish the team's good play, but Martial's more
exactly.
building the play. I get you. So
Exactly.
this is what I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works now. I
Mm.
reckon, yeah, Martial's gonna push Sancho out the team. Like,
Oh, you
I'm
think?
not even joking because you see Ronaldo, yeah, he has to play, Dre. He has to play. I'm
Well,
sorry, man.
I've
The,
just seen something
the
here.
yeah.
Well, I've just seen something here. Man United are close to sign Matthias Cunha from Atletico Madrid. The fee is
Oh,
around
you
50 million
sick.
euros. 50 million euros. He's a
He's
Now
a
we're
good
striker, right?
player, though. No,
now
I
we're
think he's
talking.
a midfielder, you know.
He
Well,
can play
Yeah,
up
forward.
he's.
front.
But he's sick, fam.
Mm.
Don't you remember? Who did he play? They played someone in the Champions League last season, bro.
And something
Can't
else.
remember.
Apparently, Eric Ten Hag has changed his stance on Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's open to selling him now.
I read that, but uh, lads, the only way I want to see Ronaldo out the door is replacements, lads. The whole summer I've been saying hold on to Ronaldo because I know Man United transfer policy. They will get rid of Ronaldo and leave us down there with no one. I'm, lads, I'm telling you, like, if they're gonna replace Ronaldo with quality, like, look, Mason Greenwood, where is he? He's out of the team. Has he been replaced straight? Let's be honest.
Nah, that's true.
Thank you. So if we get rid of Ronaldo, what's gonna happen?
So you're two strikers down.
Thank you, bro. We've lost goals out the team, and it's still, even with Ronaldo, we should be recruiting. And this is what Ronaldo's been trying to say. I'm not defending Ronaldo, but I can understand. Like, that's why I said 50-50 on the pod. Yeah, I'm on the fence because I'm so shocked. Like, our team's been rubbish the back end of last season for the last 6 months, at least 8 months. And the transfer, they had nothing in place. We're gonna chase De
Nothing.
Jong until deadline day. Like, come on, lads, man, it's been ridiculous. Like, why would you want to lose Ronaldo in times like this?
Mm,
Come
mm.
on, man. Why
Um,
would you?
well, it looks like United are going to sign Rabiot this week. That's another thing. Let's move away from the game. Let's get to the rest of United now. Like after the Brighton game, I didn't even know United were looking at Rabiot until after the morning after the Brighton game. Apparently, a fee got agreed. Please tell me why it's taken over a week to get personal terms done and everything and get him signed. Like, surely a top club, if you're going, bruv, you're not even going to meet an agent, you're going to meet his mum. His mum's his agent, bruv. All you gotta do, yeah, is bring some cakes, maybe some nice bottle of white wine, maybe, I don't know, a box set of friends, and just, seal the deal, bruv. Please tell me over a week later, why are you still negotiating with his mum? Like, what are you doing? Bruv, David Gill goes over there. He's not leaving France until that deal's signed and everything done.
Thank you,
You know what I mean?
thank you, thank you. We're waking up Monday morning after that loss, and we're seeing someone walk through the door. That's Man
Thank
United.
you.
That's Man United. We've lost our swagger. We finished that season, the worst season ever. No one walked through the door. No one. No one signed nothing. It's just like, back to your point though, Dre. Yeah, even this guy, yeah, Rabiot. I'm not convinced by him, but at the moment, I will take him at Man United. That's how desperate we are. Like, let's be real, lads. We're desperate. We are desperate. We're in a situation where we need to change our team. The season started. We're way below what we expected. Yes, fair enough. There's fans that expect that. I didn't, in it. It's worse than I
Mm.
expect. Do you know what I mean? So I think we're just desperate now. To be honest, like, I think we've
To
missed
me,
out on our main targets. Now we're just desperate. Like, anyone that comes, mate. I'm being honest. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Um, I think for anything, like they say, for anything to get better, it needs to get worse first, innit? So I'd rather us start with 2 defeats. So everyone knows up at the board level how bad this team is, than rather win the first 2 games, because the board will think, if Ten Hag goes to them, I need a midfielder, a striker. Like, no, you've got McTominay, you've got Fred, you've made it work. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? So like now we've lost these 2 games, yeah, especially the one against Brentford. It forces their hand in it. It's kind of like, remember when we lost to Burnley a few years back, and that Shoshka's job was on the line, and then they went and got Bruno Fernandes quick, just to shut up everyone.
Yeah.
It might take something like Liverpool next week for them to start proper moving, bruv, because I'm happy we've lost these 2 games, because now they know, like, these players are not good enough. But if they don't bring in the reinforcements, as I said, I would not be surprised if Ten Hag walks, and I wouldn't blame him, because he's been promised X, Y, Z. He's even told the company line and said, "Yeah, Maguire's my captain. I don't want to sell McTominay X, Y, Z," when really he don't believe none of that. And he's been promised X, Y, Z, and you ain't delivered. How long ago were we linked with Bruno? I mean, not Bruno, De Jong, bruv. One of the last pods we did before the summer break, we were talking about De Jong to Man United, bruv. Now we're back here, mid-August? A fee got agreed mid-July, bruv.
Exactly.
We're still here waiting for Ten Hag. You see the elite board, we'd be like, you know what? We're going to put a deadline on this. I know you want him, but if he don't sign by, say, August 1st, we're moving on. Straight. Can't be waiting for him, bruv.
Facts.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Because imagine if De Jong comes and he flops. Then what? Because imagine the wages he's going to be on.
Can't flop. You can't, because we build it up so much that he has to succeed. It's like Ten Hag. Everything at Man United gets cooked up so much. It's a pressure cooker, bro. If you let the pressure get to you, that's it. You're finished. This is why I tell you, these players, they can never come back. The hole that they're in, yeah, you need to just break up this team, bro. Serious. Sorry, lads.
100%.
You need, this team will never come back. The hole that they've dug for themselves, yeah, there's no way back for these players. Majority of them. Like Harry Maguire, like Luke Shaw, all these guys. I know it's a World Cup here, but Ten Hag needs to be brave, Dre. Like, for example, yeah, to be a top manager, you got to make brave decisions, bro. Big decisions.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, you got to drop De Gea, bro. Drop him, bro. Like, I'm being real, Dre. You got to do things like that. Like, I bring up Pep, for example. What's that keeper? Came from Barcelona, made a few mistakes, gone. Came with a reputation, everything.
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he sign? He signed Bravo. He signed Bravo, and he's like,
and
after a
sold
while,
him.
he's like, nah. Bravo, remember he came in and he dashed away Joe Hart immediately.
Straight away. This is what I'm talking about. Arteta did the same thing. Ten Hag's from the same cloth, innit? So I already knew straight away De Gea doesn't not fit into what he's trying to do.
Yeah, 100%.
See Leno, gone. Leno, all these guys, like, they're
That's
gone.
why United have been linked with a goalkeeper all summer. Because he knows.
There you go. He knows he doesn't fit into what he's trying to do. No, because he can't. With his feet, he's rubbish. He's an old school keeper, shot stopper. He's rubbish. In the top 20 in the Prem, he's probably one of the worst keepers with his feet.
Oh, 100%.
Bro, he still wears a long sleeve jersey, bro. What keeper does that? Like, I'm just trying to show the man them that his kit's still long sleeve, bro. Like, seriously, the brother's old school, bro. New school keepers, they don't even want to wear them kits no more. You know what I mean? They want to play. They want to play football, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
that
true.
real. Like, I'm telling, man, break up that team, break up that defense line. It doesn't matter who you play. Play the kid. Told you, play Laird. Now he's gone out on loan. I like players like that. They've got ambition. There's players at my club. They don't even make the team, Dre, but they're still there.
Here's another thing, yeah. You look at Chelsea, Their players that go out on loan, they don't go to championship clubs, bro. Where are they going, bro? They're going
Premier League
Premier
team.
League clubs, Premier League teams, and they're starting, or they're going abroad and they're starting. Every player that we send out on loan goes to the championship. So I feel sorry for James Garner because to me, he's good enough to start. Like now we're shipping him out so we can pay 17 million to Barcelona. 17 million that Barcelona owe to De Jong, just so we can get De Jong in the door. Like, do you see like and there's Scott McTominay, that rugby player, stealing a wage, bruv.
Every week. Joke.
Ah, mate. But who do you like in terms of signings coming in? I'll go to you, Skervin. Who do you think, where do you think the areas are United need to improve on and get someone in before the deadline?
We need a centre back, man, for me, because we need someone in that back line that's gonna run things, bro. We need that solid unit out there, fam. Man. Them man around there for me, they ain't cutting it, bro. Because last season that partnership never worked, and this season just looks a mess. Bro. I think a goalkeeper, like we are just saying, is vital now. Um, we need something. Obviously, someone in midfield, two midfielders would be good, but God knows if that will happen. And I think we need another striker. So yeah, I think
Uh,
those are I think the areas. To be honest, I think we need a whole
would you
team.
feel comfortable going into, well, up until the winter break with Sancho and Rashford as the only two recognized wide players?
Listen, these men, yeah, they've got it in them, innit? It's not like they ain't got it in them, but we need to see it, bruv, and they need to get some confidence within the team. And I think once we get confidence within the team, things will start flowing nicer. You get me? And I think they will flow much better up the top as well.
Mm,
You know what I
I
mean?
hear you. I hear you. Ronaldo, what are you saying in terms of what areas do you think United need to improve on and sign some players before the deadline?
Well, boy, where do I start? I think we need a goalie, at least a young goalie that we can put in the FA Cup or Cup games, whatever, just to blend in how we want to play. So yeah, maybe a squad goalie, a starting right back. We need get Malaysia in the team starting. We need to get two midfielders. We need two CMs. We need De Jong, maybe Rabiot. I'll work with him. I don't mind. We also need a new winger,
Mm.
definitely. Or we can use Martial as a winger, but we need someone else in there to push Rashford and Sancho. For example, when they're not playing up to standards or when they're not playing on form or whatever, we don't need them in the team. Do you know what I mean? We need
Mm.
someone else. And the Lango's not the answer, bro. So we need to make a new bid for Anthony or something, bro. Like, we need a winger. And now
What's
we've been
what's your thoughts
linked
on
with
like giving the young
yeah,
bucks a go, like Ahmad or Gamacho?
100%, 100%. But the manager doesn't. Just to touch on that quickly, that's the only positive Ten Hag's done since he's been at my club. He's put Garnacho on the bench consistently in the last two games. That's it. But the next thing he needs to do is actually put him on the pitch for not 3 minutes and 5 minutes. But yeah, like
I, I I've heard, yeah, apparently the reason why United signed all these good young foreign players is because they want to do what Chelsea do, which is send them out on loan, and then when they have a successful loan, sell them.
yeah,
I've heard that's
boy,
what United are trying to do.
oh, that's a bit silly because that ain't working, is it? You know what I mean? Like you say, all the United players, all they seem to go on loan is in the Championship. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Consistently. Like when they do get alone Brandon Williams. It's a team that's, you know what I mean, losing every week. So we can't
Mm.
really get to see him or judge him to see if he can, play a part. But yeah, we back to the team. Yeah, now we've been linked with a striker. I'm happy because, like I've said, we haven't replaced Mason Greenwood, and we can't just depend on Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
we needed a striker anyway. So that's a good look. We need at least 3, 4 players through the door before the window closes. 100%. Might even need a new manager as well, but that's another topic.
Oh, let's get
Like,
straight to that. I know you've been very critical of Mr. Eric Ten Hag. You've been called a man the apprentice.
yeah, that's
um,
him.
what's how much is he to blame for United's start to the season? Should we give him a bit of grace, or is he just learning on the job?
Do you know what? Skirt, I'll let you go first, yeah, because you guys already know my thoughts here. So I'll keep it balanced in it. Like,
I,
Skirt.
I, I hear what Ronaldo's saying, where he feels that he's an apprentice, innit? But at the same time, yeah, come on, lads, we're Man United, bruv. Yeah, he can't give them players the desire to go out on that pitch and perform for that badge. The players have got to go out. And as far as I'm concerned, we've got enough to go out there and beat Brighton. We've got enough to go out there and beat Brentford. And I'm sorry, but them players, it's not like the tactics he uses or whatnot. The desire's not there. Whatever tactics he put out on that pitch, there's no desire from none of the players, fam. And I don't know whether to blame him or not, fam, but bro, it's a hard one if your players ain't got no desire, fam.
I think
Literally.
it's the Brentford. I think his lack of adapting to what's going on in the game has alarmed me a bit. Like, I thought he would have learned a bit from the Brighton game, where Brighton were pressing United. Why are you still trying to play football? And like Gary Neville said on Saturday, which is very true, in the Premier League, it's not like before where you can just play your football and then eventually will play out in the game. You have to earn the right to play in the Premier League.
Yeah,
Like, it's not like before where teams turn up and know they're probably going to lose. No team is scared of any team in the Premier League anymore. Those little
That's it.
degger teams, even the ones that come up, they're not scared to play against you, especially Man United now. No one is scared to play against Man United. So when we
Nobody,
lose, especially at home, I'm not surprised because that aura, that mystique of playing at Old Trafford's gone. Bro, back in the day, especially when we all grew up, bruv, teams would even dare take a shot at Old Trafford. You were what? You come past
bro.
the
They were
halfway
beating.
line. You were slapping you, bruv. You were getting 4-0 at half time.
yeah.
Gillette Soccer Saturday, if United take a 2-0 lead, TV off. I'm going Croydon, fam. I don't need to watch anything else, bro. I'll just wait for match of the day. It's true.
Yeah.
Like now,
But
every team has probably broken that Old Trafford streak of not winning at Old Trafford for like 30 years and that. Every team.
facts. It's
Like,
so easy to play against. Like, Dre, I'm not cutting you,
exactly.
but it's like we've been like this for months, yeah. So you guys are saying, "Oh, it's not Ten Hag, whatever." But he's had the team all summer. He knew this. He knew these players beforehand. Like, some people say, "Oh, the Glazers, the board, whatever, whatever." But the amount of time it took for Ten Hag to sign this contract, yeah, I am sure that he must have had reassurances as to
Mm,
what he can do with this team. You guys
Maybe
are not
it's
thinking.
facts.
You guys are not thinking that Ten Hag is thinking in his head, yeah, Ollie, Ralph, nah, they're rubbish, man. I can do better than these guys. Let me show you what I can do with Harry Maguire. Let me show you what I can do with Luke Shaw, De Gea, Dullo, Maguire, all these guys like De Gea. I can make them better. Rashford, Sancho. That's what he's thinking in his head, guys. You guys
I,
don't want to think that, but that's what I'm thinking. This
I think
guy,
he tried. I think he tried.
he's thinking in his head, yeah, nah, I'm a better coach. Let me show you what I can do. This is what I can do. It's worse than Ollie. It's worse than Ralph. The guy learns every week. He needs to lose 11 games to realize these guys are rubbish. And you guys clocked. Like,
Yeah.
first week, he lost. He changed one player. If that's what he's going to do, Jay, yeah, I'm telling you, we're going to lose at least 10 games
And that, bro,
straight.
from when he only
Because
changed
you
one
know
person,
why? He's going to need to make so many changes. You see what he done at half time? That's what he needs to do for the next game. The team needs to be broken up, Trey. That
I agree.
the mistakes that he's made, yeah, coming into my club, yeah, is the reason why I called him the apprentice, Trey. Because you see the faults and the problems that I'm seeing with my team. I already knew this. So if he came in to my club, which he did, like I'm just showing you from a neutral fan, yeah. Like, take off the hat for a minute. You go into a club, you already knew the problems. So you went in there, like, what's your aim in it? Think about it. Like, be logical. If he's gonna play the same Fred, the same Scott, the same Luke, the same Dallo, Maguire, same captain, sorry, what's he thinking, Jay? He's obviously
yeah,
thinking, I can make these guys better. I can get better results than the previous manager because I'm a better coach. Do you get it? Like, I can coach these guys to do better, perform better. So hopefully, like I said, what he did at halftime, drastic changes. That's what the squad needs. So if he's not apprentice and he's the caliber of manager which Manchester United needs, Jay, yeah, he's gonna go into that boardroom, let them know these guys are not good enough. I'm trying my best there to keep the club afloat. But if you want to achieve something and be ambitious, like Jose told them years ago, this is what you need to do. So if he can't get the board, he might as well walk, Jay. I'm being honest. There's no point staying there, tarnishing your career. Like, top managers don't do
said
that.
it.
Like,
He
I
said
hate
it.
to go on, lads, yeah, but look at Conte, for example.
He would have
He,
walked.
thank you. There you go, Jay. Top managers will not do that. They will not, like, get scrutinized, get done in the press,
And
get
I'm
all of
telling
this.
you,
Thank
if
you, bro.
if Ten Hag ain't got his players come, what's it, September 1st, he will walk, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, I,
Well,
I
that's what
respect him more
I'm
if he
telling
does.
you
I'm being
because
honest.
I'm looking at these
maybe
games.
he's on there.
I don't see where United are getting wins if he keeps the same squad.
There you go.
Facts,
That's right. Maybe he's
facts,
gone there and he's been probably stuff
and,
and he's not been
and
given.
especially now that Liverpool have drawn, yeah. Next
It's a big
Monday's
game.
game is the
It's
biggest game
massive.
since
Thank you.
Ferguson's left, bigger than
Thank you.
any final we've been in. Because I'm telling you, if we lose next Monday, they will burn down Old Trafford, bruv. Them fans are not gonna have it, fam.
I'm
Like
not cutting
I
you,
heard,
Jay. You know,
man.
you heard what I heard. Go on, Jay. I'll let you land in it. Sorry.
Wait,
Sorry.
what
You heard about the
what?
walkout, innit? The empty
Yeah, I was just
stadium, innit?
about to bring it up. Apparently,
Okay.
United fans are planning a walkout or empty stadium for next Monday's game. I'm about to say, bruv, do that for the next home game against whoever in it. Don't do that for bruv. The fans, bruv, the players need you next Monday, bruv. Old Trafford needs to be rocking come 8 o'clock next Monday, bruv. Because if we win that game, catapult, that is the lift off for our season, bruv. No matter how we win it, because that will lift everyone in the whole club. It's the biggest game
Facts.
since Ferguson's left next Monday. I'm telling you, it's huge. It is
Facts.
huge. It's either United go sink to the depths of hell next Monday or start a something, bruv. I'm telling you. Because
Nah, I agree.
if you can't get up for that game, I've been to a Man United Liverpool game, and trust me, when United fans are on it, atmosphere is unmatched in football. That
Telling you.
if the players can't get lifted for that, then bruv, Tuesday morning, you drive all of them man to whatever airport they want to go to and fly them out, bruv. Because you
Exactly.
do not deserve to play for Man United, bruv. Trust me. He's got to be brave next Monday and just say, you know what? I don't care what these men have in their supposed contracts. We'll touch on that in a minute. But you've just got to drop Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Bruno, even Rashford. They're playing crap. Like, I can see why Ronaldo's vexed, because the main men that have that in their contract that they have to play a certain amount of minutes are the worst players on the pitch. The same man that are talking up after games are the same man doing mistakes. If I'm David De Gea, I'm not doing that post-match interview. I'm going home. I think I've cost us the game. Are you?
Jay, it's becoming ridiculous now, Jay. It's every week. See, if he was doing it like once every 6 months or 3 months, or even once every month, bro, it's every week. Every week. When it's not him, it's Maguire. It's a joke, man.
But yeah, I don't even know where to. But yeah, it looks like next Monday is going to be a big game, a huge game now that Liverpool
So,
drawn against
so,
Palace.
so, Jay, I'm putting you on the stand now. So, Ten
Mm,
Hag, yeah,
mm.
Apprentice, start the same team.
What, next Monday? You can't do it.
see,
You
see,
can't. But
see.
I think, guarantee Luke Shaw will be on the bench. I think he'll play McTominay and Fred. I can see it. I can see it. Unless Rabiot is in by then, but that it's like I said last week. Yeah, you see, if he had started that first game against Brighton with like even a few of the young guns like Garner or Camacho, you would have given everyone hope. You would have got a Bly for the
Mm,
Brighton game. You know what I'm
mm,
saying?
facts.
Even
Even the
even
Brentford game.
Brentford game, yeah, like he would have got a Bly because we could say he's trying something. He's trying something new. But
I
listen,
guarantee you,
even
the
if
day he
Martial's
plays,
fit, Martial's fit, he starts next Monday. Drop Ronaldo.
oh, nah, that I can't see
I think
happening.
he will. I think he will drop Ronaldo as well. I can
Can't
tell
see
they
that
don't
happening.
like each other. Man didn't even shake his hand when he walked off the pitch on Saturday.
I
Can tell
know.
they don't like each other.
Yeah, nah, that's facts. That is facts. They don't. It's because it's not even like they don't like each other. It's the relationship. It's not.
And
It's
it's not
not
their
there
fault,
because.
It's
Thank
not
you.
their fault. It's the board's
They're
fault.
both. Thank you. They're in conflict because Ronaldo also wants Ten Hag to be successful. So he wants Ten Hag to be backed. He's thinking, stop being an apprentice and step up, bro. Step out of your
Mm,
shell, bro. Become one of these men that you're aiming to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're amongst the stars now. You're amongst Pep, Clark, Tunchu, all these guys now, yeah. Conte. Show, like, you know what I'm saying? Show a bit of character, innit? Talk the things,
Yeah.
man. Come on the interview and say, raw, like, you know what? I've missed out on my main targets. Unfortunately, I've got to try and get the best out of these, man. I guarantee you, you have more respect from the fans because the fans have given up on these players, you know. I'm
Oh,
telling
long
you,
time. Long time.
thank you. So we'll understand, yeah, if you put the youngsters out there, because the energy that they will give, we feed off that and be like, yeah, we're
Yeah.
building to the future. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I'm telling you, bro. Him and Ronaldo are always gonna have conflict, Jay, until players start coming through the door and we start winning football matches, bro.
It's true, man. It's true. Might as well just get straight to it. Just for that game, the prediction for next Monday. What are you saying? Man United against Liverpool. It literally, if United win, we're above Liverpool. That's how mad it is.
Facts. Big
Um,
game. Big
so
big game.
some you could call it a 6 pointer, mate. You could call it a 6 pointer if you want. Um, boy, I'll start with you, Ronaldo first. What are you saying? Man United, Liverpool next Monday.
Oh, mate, we're gonna win, yeah, but only if, yeah, he changes the back four or even the back five. He has to address that issue and
Mm.
he has to drop Sancho or Rashford. But I think it's gonna be Sancho. I'm just being honest. We need a bit of energy down the right. So I reckon he's gonna bring Elanga in or bring Martial out.
Mm.
I'm just being that's my feeling, innit? And then maybe
So
we'll get a result. We're not gonna play great, but maybe we can get a result if, like I say, it depends, Jay. I can't even predict. I want us to win, yeah, but it depends on the team he puts out, man. All depends, man.
what's your thoughts, Skervin? You think we're gonna win next Monday?
Boy, I personally think if the desire is there, something could go on. But for what I witnessed on Saturday, just gone, no desire. Keep mentioning that word. If that's not there next week, bro, on Monday, we're getting shaken, bro. We're getting taken to the to the slaughters, mate. Trust me, car.
Mm.
Liverpool turn up, bro. Liverpool turn up for Man United games, bro. And right now, it don't look like Man United can turn up for any team, mate. Seriously. So I'm quite worried, mate. I'm quite worried still.
Facts.
I am.
I think we win next Monday. I
Yeah.
think we win. I can't see us getting battered for the third straight season by Liverpool at Old Trafford. I can't. Listen, if we lose next Monday, we get battered. It's Judgment Day. Like it literally is. Like,
Yeah,
but you
but
could see like if we can get a couple signings this week, they're in the team next Monday. We start well. If we start well, we'll win the game. Facts. Early goal, Old Trafford's buzzing. But if we concede early, God knows. But I think we will win next Monday. I'm not too
so I'm not cutting you. So even
well,
if we start the same back four, them
no, we
guys
can't start the same back forward. No. Whoa, no.
has to change it up. Get a
Shaw
bit of
has to be
confidence in
dropped.
there.
Shaw
Yeah,
has to be dropped. And Maguire has to be dropped as well.
get a
I
bit of
think if
confidence,
there's any
fresh.
game where you say to the team, I'm starting a fresh slate, it's got to be that game. Because if we win, then and we start the same back four, then there's bro, Malassia's never getting no game time again, and we're stuck with Maguire, bro. Like you've got
Exactly.
to, it's got to be Varane. It's well, Nunes ain't playing, so that's gonna be huge. So
Big decision.
you can definitely play Martinez at centre back. Malassia, there you go. Like even if it's Varane and Lindelof, I'd have that and put um Martinez DM. I'm cool with that because Martinez is very good on the ball, very
Yeah.
good on the ball. So and then you've got what's it Ericsson and Bruno. Well, Bruno, whatever in it. Like
Yeah.
to me, I'll start Martial because I'll start him up front because I've seen what Martial, Sancho, and Rashford can do in pre-season. They just need a chance, a goal, one of them to link up and score a goal, and it will click. It will start
Yeah.
happening. Trust me, it will start happening. The only thing I would say that the only one that should be dropped is Rashford because Rashford didn't leave you nothing in pre-season, to be honest. But I've seen those three together, and the link-up play has looked mad. Why not give it a go against Liverpool? And if you need a goal, you've got one of the greatest goal scorers ever to come off the bench. I don't think Ronaldo can play. His attitude stinks. It's rubbing off on the rest of the players. And what we need to understand is like these men are not his peers, innit? They grew up idolizing that man, bro. The same man that
We
was tearing up the Premier League in 2008, winning Champions Leagues. Some of them were all 10 years old, bro. 10, 11 years old. And they're looking at their idol now and like, raw. They think he's a piece of shit. You know what they say, like, you should never meet your idols. Here's a case in point. Like, to me, can't play Ronaldo. These men play freer when they're not playing with Ronaldo.
it's
So,
true. There's
boy,
more energy in the team without Ronaldo. I agree though. There's more energy in it. That you play better in the count now. You know what I mean?
yeah, that was a very long Man United therapy session, counselor session, whatever you want to call it. Let's run through the weekend's action. Starting off first, the 12:30 game was the battle of the Premier League greats. Aston Villa 2, Everton 1. What are we? Well, Everton, that game was boring to start off. But what are we saying in terms of Everton? Are we? I said they could go down. Is Frank Lampard in danger this season? I'll go
Yeah,
to you, Skervin.
he is. He ain't got a lot to work with. Has he? I swear that Gordon guy that played up front for him, he's the midfielder, isn't he?
He's bruv. Awobi was holding midfielder.
Come on, man. He's doing a mix and match. So that means that they need players. The way they stay up, the board's got to back him and got to
Mm,
get some players. If they don't, they're in trouble, man. Yeah,
Well,
but
they're
yeah,
in big
that's
trouble because at the moment Gordon is linked with Chelsea, 50 million bid
mm,
turned down. So
yeah.
yeah, they're gonna be even bigger trouble. So
yeah.
yeah, Lams is on the relegation list.
Mm. Moving on to these bunch of twats. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. I think we'll touch
Like
on
I
this
said,
next week. We'll touch on this next week with Arsenal. 'Cause I think we overall the United talk, but Arsenal look good. Arsenal look
okay.
good. Arsenal look good. I think it's the first time for 90 minutes where Arsenal looked good for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not definitely not jumping the gun because Palace, if that could have been different if Eze scores in it. But have you noticed the change in Arsenal? And should
I
we buy
think
the hype?
Dre, you know me, I've already rated Arteta from time. I like Arsenal how they play. I reckon he's done his apprenticeship now. He's ready now, Arteta. I think he'll
Mm.
challenge for stuff anyway. He's already won the FA Cup, guys. Don't forget.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. Any trophies that were won during that COVID period with no fans in the stadium, they should all have an asterisk next to it. No, for real,
uh,
they should all
that
have an
sound
asterisk next to it.
a bit of shade, but at the end of the day, guys, you gotta give it to him, innit?
Mm.
You know what I mean? He's won it,
I
man.
think Arsenal made the absolute coup of a signing of Jesus.
Yeah.
I think I think
Uh,
they're signing of the season, to be
I
honest.
think the signing that's gonna
Um,
tear it up for Arsenal hasn't even played a game yet. That
Is it?
Fabio Vieira guy is a
Yeah.
baller, an absolute baller. And what I've rated about Arteta is that he's been allowed to build a team. Number one, most other clubs he would have got sacked because some of the form
Mm,
that Arsenal have had under him is sackable, which is facts. But he's been allowed to
yeah,
build a team. He's been smart. He's built from the back. Look at that whole back line. Every one of them he's bought.
Yeah.
Every one of them he's bought. He's got rid of all the deadwood from that back line. He's playing Ben White at right back because, boy, you have to play him at right back because Saliba and Gabriel have the makings of a very good partnership. Who's that left back? Zinchenko. Boom. Got him there. They've got Tierney as backup. His signing as well. They tried the Tavares route. That didn't work. They got rid of him. Boom.
Exactly.
Mm.
Partey. His signing. Xhaka. Once that Vieira youth's fit, Xhaka's going to get dropped. Boom. He's out of the team.
and that Jack has been Arsenal's best player so far, I think, as well. Jack has
One
been sick for
facts.
Arsenal.
Because he's been
Facts.
allowed to play now. He's been
Man.
allowed to play. He's been allowed to play his actual
Yeah,
game now,
yeah,
box to box.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Xhaka, yeah, like I'm sure many Arsenal fans will say this as well. When it's good, it's good. But when it gets bad, it gets bad. And like what I want to see from Arsenal, which I was saying to one Arsenal person the other day, I'm not worried about them winning games or whatever. It's when they lose. Because Arsenal don't just lose one game, they lose 2 or 3 games in a row. Like, I want to see what happens when they lose. I want to see their mental toughness because that's the only reason they didn't finish in the top 4. Because when you actually look at it, it was the Tottenham game at the end of last season. They lost. And I think everyone said, I think they played Newcastle a few days later away. Everyone was like, they're going to lose that game as well. And they lost it. And that's what cost them top 4. So to me, it's going to be when they lose that first game, what happens the game after. It's the mentals now, isn't it? And like with Arteta, he's at that stage where Ollie was probably this time a year ago, when everyone was like, okay, Ollie's got the tools now. We all thought he had the tools now to go out and challenge, innit? Arsenal aren't there yet. They're like the level below, innit? But Ollie, a year ago, got Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane. And everyone was like, okay, they can challenge now. And obviously ended up in disaster, whatever, innit? But
Yeah.
Arteta now is at that stage now where everyone's like, okay, you've done us well to get us here, but now we need to go here. And all the Arsenal fans now are like, I know they're acceptable of Arteta, but they're like, okay, cool. Are you the man to take us here? And that's where Arsenal are this season. Because they don't get top 4, I think Arsenal have to look at getting someone else in. Because they'll never make top 4 if they can't make it this season. Because eventually Newcastle are gonna get into that picture. And I don't think United are gonna be this bad in a year's time, in it, to be honest. Hopefully, touch wood. But like
Yeah.
So we'll see with Arsenal this season. But I like what I saw on Saturday. Other games, Brighton 0, Newcastle 0. We'll move on. Manchester City 4, Bournemouth 0. I'm surprised there wasn't more, to be honest, but I guess it's a routine win for Manchester City. What's your thoughts on another masterclass by Kevin De Bruyne? Manchester City starting the season strong. Looking at how Liverpool's, they're already 4 points off the pace. Do you think City could walk it?
I think they could, you know. I think they could. I think this year, Pep's, he wants that three-peat, man. He wants it. You know what I mean? He wants to go down as a legend. I think it means that much to him where I think they could just run away with it, you know. Because when they start strong, it's problems, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know what I mean?
City's next game is away at Newcastle on Sunday. So, boy, Chancellor, what's your thoughts on City, Skervin?
Well, it's very possible. We all know how City get when they get a roll going. They're unbeatable more times. They go 15, 16, 20 games unbeaten. You get me? So it can happen. I saw one stat the other day, yesterday I think it was, that Highland only had 2 touches in that game. One from the kickoff and one to assist De Bruyne, I think.
Slow down.
And that was it. Throughout the whole game, bro. All throughout the 90 minutes. Which is,
that was a gas still. That was a gas still. Now I know what Sker's talking about. That was flying around, but they're chatting rubbish, man. If you watch the game, I watched the game, innit? He touched the ball loads of times. You know what I mean? But they're like basically trying to say that's what it's rubbish stats, man.
All right. Moving on. Southampton 2, Leeds 2. Wolves 0, Fulham 0. We won't talk about Brentford United. Sunday, Nottingham Forest, Football Heritage 1, West Ham 0. West Ham have lost their first 2 games. What did I say about Nottingham Forest? If you watched the game yesterday, they played ball, bruv. And they played West Ham off the park. I'm telling you, they're staying up, you know. I'm telling you, they're staying up, 100%. I'm telling you, they're staying up.
They're going crazy with the signings, though.
Yeah, that's the thing that will stop them from. That's the thing that'll probably get them relegated, if anything. 50 new signings, you know.
And they've added 2 more to that. Got more pay.
Yeah, they need to calm down.
Brighton. They
That's
got the Atalanta captain. Yeah, that's a big signing as well.
You know what? I said, because their striker they were playing yesterday, he looks dead, brother. I don't know where they picked him up from. I don't know where they picked him up from.
Union Berlin.
He can't control a ball, bruv. His first touch is similar to Lukaku's, bruv.
I
He's
know,
chasing
man.
his first touch, bro. But big win for them to get off the board. West Ham could feel they were a bit robbed. I don't know if you saw the game, but there was a foul supposedly by Antonio just before the ball went in. I think one of his first new signings, Mangala, deliberately blocked Antonio, but Antonio's so strong, yeah. He ran into him. My man went flying in it, and the referee gave a free kick. I don't know if you saw it, but I think West Ham were full aggrieved, bruv, because that goal should have been allowed. But they're on 0 points as well. The big game yesterday, loads of talking points. Chelsea 2, Spurs 2. I missed the game. I think Skervin, you missed the game as well. Ronaldo, you watched it, yeah?
Yeah, I watched it, man.
We need the full match debrief, mate. Talk to us
Debrief.
about what happened. That second goal that Tottenham scored, the most blatant foul in the history of football.
I know.
Chelsea fans out here signing petitions. What's your thoughts on the game? And what's your thoughts on Tottenham and Chelsea in general? Where do you think they'll end up going this season?
Well, I must say it's been the best game so far that I've watched.
Mm.
That end-to-end football, intensity, quality. To be honest, it was a good game. It was a good game. Chelsea's normally boring to watch. There was a bit exciting in this game. They was on it. They was on the front foot from the off, pressing Totti. They couldn't get out their half, Tottenham. They was so
Mm.
everywhere they went, they got closed down. Every angle, Chelsea had the ball. They didn't create much, but they create enough to be up at half time. You know what I mean? There was the better team in the first half, way, way, way better than Tottenham. But where the game changed for me, Dre, yeah, is tactical. It goes back to these managers, yeah. They show their class in these big games. You know what I mean? Like you can see Conte trying to like get the game back for Totti. So what he did,
Mm.
he brought a defender off, put Richarlison up front. Soon as he done that, yeah, you can see the change. Even though they equalized just before, yeah, against the run of play, obviously, you know what I mean? They won the ball from pressing. Jorginho, I don't know what he was doing. But yeah, it went 1-1. But you could see Conte like going for it, bro. You know what I mean? Like making the changes tactically. Bro, soon as Richarlison came on, Silva exposed, bro. Koulibaly had
Mm.
to think about Richarlison. Kane on Silva, ball down the middle. Gone, 1-on-1 with the goalie, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it shows that big games like that, that's what it comes down to. Like, little defining, you know what I'm saying? Like, little moments. Even the last kick of the game, Jake, how Tottenham equalized in the end, yeah, because Chelsea was
Mm.
on top. Like you said, that they was on top. It went 1-1. Chelsea had a chance. Sterling, wonderful play, won the ball high, switched it to Sterling, through to James, 1-on-1 with a goalie, great finish. But even then, yeah, Tottenham was still in the game. That they didn't give up. Like United, for example, no heart, no desire. Tottenham's in there. They're trying to, you know what I'm saying, force the issue.
Mm.
Richarlison getting in amongst them. Bro, the last kick of the game, bro, literally a corner, bro, yeah. After that foul, yeah, which apparently is not in the rule book, but we'll get back to that, yeah. Bro, do you know like Richarlison just being on the pitch, yeah, it frees up Harry Kane, bro. Think about it, Jay, think
Mm.
about it, yeah. It's a corner, the last kick of the game. Who you gonna mark if Richarlison ain't on the pitch? There's gonna be three
That's true,
defenders
you know.
around Kane. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So these little tactical things, yeah, it shows why these managers are who they are, bro. You get what I mean? Like, come on,
Mm.
bro. Harry Kane from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? A flick header. Come on, look how big Chelsea are. They're big in defense, Koulibaly, Silva, Aspilicueta, all these guys. You know what I'm saying? Harry
Mm.
Kane, bro. Richarlison, first, you know what I'm saying? Ghosting in. At first, you didn't know who got the header. Even the commentators didn't know if it was Richarlison or Kane. You know what I was, Jay?
Mm.
Bro, heartbreaker, but yeah, man, it was a good game. I'm not gonna lie, but
Do you think it was 2 points drop for Chelsea or point gain for Tottenham? Like, who's going to be the more disappointed about who's going to be the more happy with the result and who's going to be the more disappointed?
Definitely, Tottenham's going to be more happy with the point. Chelsea's going to feel devastated. It's like a loss because the chances they missed, like when they was on top, they had chances in it. They could have
Mm.
buried it. You know what I mean? Like killed the game. They missed them. Kai Havertz had a chance. He fluffed his lines, bro. Like twice. The first one, Reece made a good save. To be honest, that was 0-0. But he had a ball from Reece James, man. Quality. But like I say, like Chelsea, definitely devastated. That's like a loss that point for them.
Okay, well, I know I jumped out the window last week when I said a certain team is going to win the league. I still stand by that. Did you see any title winning characteristics from Tottenham? Because to me, getting a point like that is huge. That's a sign of a team that's ready to pluck in and grind it out. I think that's a huge, because last season Tottenham would have lost that game,
True.
and this season they've gone to Chelsea and nicked it. They've nicked a point. They've nicked a point off a team they're going to be definitely fighting top four with, and in the long run, that point could be huge. To be honest, Skervin, what do you think about that point for Tottenham, and how big would it be come the end of the season? Go to you, Ronaldo.
Boy, big point, Jay. No lie. See, Totti, that's brilliant for them. That's confidence for them going there. Like you say, normally they go there, they get outplayed, man. They lose 4-1, 3-1. They lost like how many times to them last season in every
Four
competition?
times.
Do you get what I mean? So they haven't even scored 2 goals. That's what I said, bro.
Mm.
Even in the group chat, bro, to score 2 goals at the bridge, yeah, for Totti, that's a big thing, bro. And get, you know what I mean? Like TT set up to get a result. He played Reece James at centre back, bro. Man played Loftus Cheek at right back, bro. Big, strong team, bro. High, you know what I'm saying? Like aggressive. So, yeah, bro. It's brilliant. That like you say, that shows bottle, bro. That shows that they're in it for the long run, innit? They're definitely title credentials, bro. I don't know about winning it, but yeah, top 4, man.
Right, and then the last game of the weekend finished not too long ago. Liverpool won, Crystal Palace won, but that is not the drama. I saw the goal just before we started recording. Boy, Liverpool look open. Like, good finish by Zaha, first off. But in the 57th minute, Nunes sent off, I think it was a headbutt on Joachim Anderson. Then Diaz scored a worldie to make it 1-1. They've dropped 2 points, winnable games, even by Liverpool standards, extremely winnable games. Like, do you think Liverpool are lacking something? Like, I know they've signed Nunes, but Liverpool just seem to be lacking that something this season. Do you think they'll be able to well, it's early days, obviously, but do you think they'll be able to challenge City?
I
Bro,
think it's just I think it's just early in the season, and they're gonna pick up pace. They must be. They'll be challenging definitely after these.
Mm. I think they need. I think a lot of Liverpool fans I've spoken to say they need to sign players in midfield. They look very light in midfield, and especially when Thiago's not
Thiago,
playing.
yeah.
To start, I know they feel like they're going to win, but like I said, the quality in the Premier League is a lot higher than it used to be. You can't be starting Milner, Fabinho, and Harvey Elliott and think you're going to win a Premier League game. Sorry, like it's not happening, and they have no creativity outside those fullbacks and the wide man doing magic. Like at some point, that's going to catch up to you, especially in midfield. If you don't improve your midfield, you're going to get lost. And boy, 2 points from 2 games, isn't it? You're saying they were lucky to get a point against Fulham. So,
Yep.
but that leads us to next week's fixtures. I know we mentioned it earlier, but I think it's time to get the score predictions. We'll start with the big one, which is this time next Monday. We probably won't be recording the pod next Monday as I think we're all going to be watching this game together. Pub. Oh boy, Manchester. We'll start with the last game of the weekend. Manchester United against Liverpool next Monday. What's your guys' predictions and what's the score going to be? Who wants to go first?
3-1 United. 3-1 Liverpool. So
Ooh.
I'm just being honest, lads. I don't see us beating Liverpool, mate. We just got pumped 4-0 by Brentford, and it was that at half time. So you know what I mean, I just don't see it happening. And
I'm gonna go
plus,
2-1
as well,
United. Oh god.
plus the walkout as well. That's gonna happen. Cause these United fans, they're proper serious, bro, about this Glazer thing, bro. And it's gonna happen.
I'm
Get
gonna
me.
keep it real,
So
Skervin, yeah. You see these United fans, they're not I don't even want to criticize them too much, but when it comes to stuff like this, they're the biggest pussies in football, bro. They're gonna there's probably gonna be like 1,000 fans doing that walkout. Especially now, they can't do a walk next Monday. Bro, if United need those players need fans, it's definitely next Monday. Plus, all them fans that have paid money for season tickets, you really think they're gonna miss that game? They're gonna go Manchester to stand outside the stadium. Because a lot of the fans that go games are not from Manchester.
Facts.
So don't watch none of these fans. Do you know how many times I've heard fans are planning protests, and then when you look at the pictures, there's about 500 fans outside the ground. They're not gonna do no walkout. Trust me. Especially now that Liverpool haven't won tonight. It's a game. It's a 6-pointer. Literally for United, it's a 6-pointer, bro. Cause if United don't win, if United lose, then do all the protesting you want outside the ground at 10 o'clock next Monday. Burn up whatever statues you want to burn up in it.
Sorry.
louder.
Yeah, but bro, you see, if we win next Monday, you think they're gonna do a protest? No. The only reason they're upset with the Glazers, and we haven't really talked to them, but we'll touch on it another time, is because we're not winning. We were winning under Ferguson. Bro, Ferguson was under the Glazers for 8 years. And in those 8 years, look how many trophies we won. And there was no noise about the Glazers. The only time there was noise about the Glazers was that season we didn't win anything. That's it. We're not winning nothing now. They're scared to blame the players because it divides the fan base. We've blamed every manager that's come and gone. But you don't blame the chief executive, the football director, the technical director. So you just have to go blame the Glazers, innit? That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah,
So
but
don't watch nothing about the protest. It ain't
at the
happening.
same time, I get what you're saying, yeah. But like Neville said the other day as well, like, right, if you've got a business, brother, and things ain't working like underneath you, bro, you fix that, brother. And obviously, whatever these chief executives are doing, bro, it's not working, bro. So you
Facts.
need to
He's
go
got
out,
them. Yeah.
like you said, fam, we need people that have a football mentality, not a business mentality, a football mentality, bro. So,
But
like,
what?
on a real, the people we should be blaming, don't get me wrong, is the players as well, cause they got to go out and do their job at the end of the day. But, bro, you got to blame the top, bro, because, right, that, like Neville said, they're just sitting in America, just sitting down watching money come in, bro.
What you need to
That's it.
understand
That's
about
what it
these owners, especially these owners, these American owners, yeah, they don't care about what's going on the pitch, as long as that money's coming in. United to them is a business. So
That's it.
if Ed Woodward's for the last 10 years is getting them toilet tissue deals and bed mattress deals and whatever, and the revenue's gone up, it's gone up since Ferguson's gone in it. So that's all they care about. What goes on the pitch is secondary, bruv. So once the money starts dropping, that's when they'll start caring, innit? They've trusted these men with £1 billion of the United's money to go out there and produce a winning team. Ed Woodward has given every Tom, Dick, and Harry contracts that are unbelievable. So when we try to sell them, no team wants to buy them because they're on too much wages. That's not the Glazers. I'm not supporting the Glazers, innit? They've sucked money from the club. Like, they haven't put no money of their own into the club. But they've given money, and some of the players we bought are not shit. If you look at all the players that have come in, the Pogba's, Di Maria was world class, Memphis Depay's come in, Zlatan, we've had Falcao, we've had Vampy, we've had
Yeah, but
all these man.
but most of them,
So
most of on.
so the money's been spent badly, innit? That's it. It's not like £1 billion in 10 years. It's been spent badly.
But
That's it,
Jay,
innit?
But Jay,
but
not
Jay,
cutting you.
yeah,
Can
go
I
on,
say?
go
Can I
on.
say that? Yeah. But Jay, who do you blame? Who gave Woodward the job? Who's paying him?
Exactly. That's my point.
Who's employing these people, Jay? Who employed the staff? The playing staff's not good
At
enough
the
for
end of the
4
day,
years.
at the end of the
Who's
day,
employing them?
at the end of the day, see when David Gill just decided to up and leave, you don't just up and leave, bruv. You see what happens at Bayern Munich? Yeah, when someone says they want to up and leave, they can't just up and leave. You know what happens? Someone comes underneath them and works for a year, shadows them for a year, and in a year's time takes their position. David Gill just upped and left. Him and Ferguson just upped and left. So how Man United were running their club in 2012, 2013 was, like I've said before many times, was archaic, bruv. It was literally how you were running a football club in the early 90s. It was super archaic, bruv.
Facts, it still
So
is. Still playing catch up now.
what United should have done was looked at, like, I wouldn't have allowed them to leave in general in the first place, especially David Gill. I would have allowed him to leave. I said, you're not going nowhere. We're going to get someone in to shadow you for a year. And then what we're going to do, we're going to watch how, we're going to get some sort of advice on how football clubs are run nowadays in terms of director of football, technical director, and we'll go from there. United are fixing the problems that were left from 10 years ago. Like, apparently David Gill didn't like Ed Woodward from before my man left United. So it should have been his role to go to the Glazers and be like, there's no way I'm leaving this club in the hands of that twat. Simple.
Facts.
But man ran and went and take a job at UEFA.
Man.
Like Sir
But
Alex
Jay,
Ferguson went and
yeah.
had dinner with Pep, Mourinho, and any other Tom, Dick, and Harry, but thought it was good to go get bloody Moyes. How can you leave Manchester United in a guy that's never won nothing in his life's hands? You went for a dinner with bloody Pep. You should have not left that restaurant without Pep's signature on a contract saying you're the next man.
Can I say something? Not cutting you here. Maybe Fergie knew about the Glazers. Maybe he knew if Pep came down there.
He was complete. He was a yes man, just like Ollie.
No, he made it work, Dre, because he'll get us gems. He'll go in the Premier League and get us gems. Sker, back me up, Sker. You go to Tottenham.
He was a yes man. Yeah. He was a yes man.
Go to Fulham, get Zaha. Go to Fulham, get Van der Sar. Ain't you guys clocked? Fergie's been
listen.
He's been covering up for them for ages, Dre.
When we sold Ronaldo, yeah, if we never sold Ronaldo that summer, we would have made a £40 million loss. Made a £40 million profit, yeah? Who did we buy that summer to replace Ronaldo and Tevez? I know you will remember. Got on list off the names.
Who? Nani and Anderson.
Antonio Valencia, Gabriel Obertine, and Michael Owen, bruv.
Thank you. So what does that tell
And
you? He's been covering
wait.
up for
And
the
what did
Glazers.
yeah, and what yes man. He's a yes man. So
No.
and then what did Rooney do that same season? He went to Ferguson and said, I don't know if you're serious about challenging. We lost Ronaldo and Tevez, and now I'm playing with this.
But Dre, yeah, that's what I said.
What is your
I-
ambition? And we
Can I
killed
explain it to you?
Rooney. United killed Rooney. Ferguson come
The
out in a press
Glaze-
conference to basically shame Rooney for asking for a transfer. Ronaldo's doing the same thing. What 11 years later?
Because it's the Glazers, Dre. You see, you just convince yourself what I've been telling you
Yes,
all the
man.
time.
Ferguson's a yes man. And he's been a
No,
yes
he's
man.
not, Dre. No, he's not.
If
Fergie's
Ferguson weren't a
capable of.
yes man, he would have left.
All right, Fergie, yeah, is capable of taking a player that's average and
Wow.
making him a champion. We know this. You
Wow.
have to give it to him.
It was the mystique of Man United, bruv.
Jay, come on, man.
If Fergie's
It
calling your
was.
phone and Fergie's saying to you, bro, I want you to play, bro. You're
Thank
cutting.
Yeah, come on, Jay, man.
There's no
Brother.
ifs, there's no buts, there's no maybes.
How can
That's
you
how
lose?
it's running.
How can you lose Ronaldo and Tevez and bring in Valencia, Obertan, and Michael Owen? Please.
What did Owen
someone-
do?
and it was-
What did Owen do?
What scored a goal in the derby? That's it. That's it. That's all you remember him for, you know?
Oh, but-
That's
but-
not just any goal, Jay. That's not.
in the football world, you're not always gonna get everything right, bro. You're not always gonna get it right,
Allow
but
it.
majority of the time,
Allow it.
what? It's
Listen.
true.
Ferguson was, you could tell. That's why he quit. That's why he left. He didn't just leave because I'm pretty sure he left because his wife's sister died or whatever, and he wanted to spend time with his wife. But he left because he knew what was coming from City, especially City. He knew he can't. He knew I ain't gonna win the league like this again. I think we won it by 15 points. So all right, perfect time. I'm out. Like, come on, he weren't gonna get no money to go, bruv. Look at what Moyes had to deal with.
That's what I
My
said.
man made 2 signings, bruv. He knew what was coming from City. He can't.
But I'm not being funny. If Moyes is calling you to come and play, bro, you're gonna if but or maybe, aren't you? You're not sure.
Nah, it's facts, man.
Bruv.
It's facts.
Bro, come on, bro.
true.
It's Ferguson, bro. Ferguson
But-
built his name, fam.
Ferguson
He
should have
built his
never.
name, bro. Ferguson
Ferguson
calls
should
you,
have
you're
never
coming.
have gone to Moyes' yard and said,
So-
"You're the next manager of Man United." There's better
So,
candidates than that.
Is
get
it
the
a
top
good
man,
idea?
bro.
Is it a good idea for him going back to the club? Him and David Gill going back to the club now.
No. United need to move on. Dead that era. It's over. Move on.
But you
This is
you
what
just said-
Liverpool. The problem with Liverpool in the past for 30 years,
But
stuck in the old ways. All them old geezers in the boardroom. Klopp said, "No, none of that. Time reboot. Look at them now. None of
they
this.
got rid of their
Idiot.
owners, bro. They got rid of their owners, and
Idiot.
Liverpool started to do their thing, bro.
Because Liverpool fans are real. They're cut from a proper cloth, bruv. They're not United fans. Most of them are from like Bangkok and that. No, they're cut from a real
Dre, you're
cloth, bruv.
slandering the club, Dre.
They're cut
Come
from
on,
a real,
Jay.
bruv.
No,
When
Jay.
Liverpool raised the
There
when
is
Liverpool
United
raised the
fans from
prices,
Manchester.
when
Yeah, go
Liverpool raised the prices up,
Yeah.
Liverpool said, "No, brother, we're walking out." Did you not see them walk out in that game? They walked out,
Yeah.
bruv.
I
They
agree.
walked
They
out.
walked up.
And what were Liverpool forced to do? Drop them prices, bro. What's them owners? Gillette and Hicks got them out of there, brother. Got them out of there, bro. If
Man
United
said
fans were
that's what I'm
real,
saying.
if United fans were real at United, bruv, they would have walked out the Brighton game, first game of the season. Show them you mean something. But walk out next week, and I will not respect none of them, bruv. Because those players need those fans next week, bruv. Facts.
Hey, Dre, but the fans also
But
need
yeah,
a team they can
They're not
believe
real.
in, Dre.
They're
50-50.
not real, bruv.
Walk out at half
We
time.
need them. They need
Walk out
us, and we
half
need
time.
them next week, bruv. Don't even.
I
no,
support
can't
the
walk
walk.
out half time.
I support the walkout, Dre. I'm not
If
gonna
we're
lie.
losing 2-0, walk out in it.
No,
I'm
Bro,
not gonna lie. I support the walkout card. If you
Thank
don't
you.
change ownership,
Nah.
bro, I'm gonna change, bro. It's
Some
gonna be the
but
same.
Game like that,
there you
nah.
go.
No.
We-
Liverpool fans ain't gonna
we-
walk out
we-
in a game against Man United because they know how important it is.
But
Anfield
that's
is the
why
12th
it's
man. The cop is the 12th man, bro. You don't next week. None of them walk out. The Stretford end needs to be raucous next week, bro. There's a chance
all
to
right,
beat Liverpool and go above them in the league. And you want to do the
Dre,
walkout the next home game.
Dre.
Nah, not
When
against
did we
Liverpool.
when did we
Come
do the
on, man.
protest? When did we do the protest for the Super League?
When we had nothing to play for, bro.
How? We had Liverpool. We could have
That
made
game
top
was
four,
dead.
Dre.
We finished second. Nothing was gonna happen, fam. We finished second, bro. Meant nothing.
Dre,
We were
Dre,
miles ahead of whoever was third. City already
Dre,
won the league. It was done.
Dre. But come on,
I
Protested in an
personally
empty
think
it's a
stadium.
big game. It's a big
They
game, though.
protested what? They broke into the stadium and broke the goal.
And the changing
Get out
ground.
of here.
And sorry, on the
Whoa,
training
whoop-de-doo.
ground.
Whoop-de-doo. What they should do, the
I
next home
personally
game after
think
Liverpool, because trust me, you know what? If we lose next week and there's no fans in the stadium, everyone's going to be like, you know what? We should have been there. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
but
Because
Dre,
what they did with the protests last
Uh,
season or the season
yeah,
before was good because the game got cancelled. You think
fair
they're
play.
cancelling the game next week?
Yeah, if
No.
they nah,
You think Sky
obviously
care? You think Sky
it's
care?
not
They don't care. It's going to
it's,
bring more
it's
views
not
to them, bro.
it's not a pitch invasion protest. It's an empty stadium protest. It's towards the
It's
the
got,
owners. Uh,
but the
like,
players need the fans, bro. We need to win that
so
game next week. You know,
I agree, but I would agree, yeah, to be balanced, yeah. If there ain't two players through the door by Friday, protest, man. Protest. That's what I say. Jay, sorry, man. Protest, man. All in. Because they need to be changes at the club. 100%. We can't carry on under the Glazers, Jay. We're gonna get relegated. Can't carry.
100%, bro.
We
This is
can't
not
carry
good,
on
bro.
like this, Jay. Come
no.
on, man.
I'm just saying, yeah. I'm not saying don't do your protest. Just not that game, innit? It's not that
Nah,
game. Like
I know the
that.
rivalry so much. I don't think they would, but I
I
don't
don't think they
know, man.
will. I don't
Bro,
think
this
they will.
protest has been planned for weeks, you know.
I know. So you know what I
Bruv,
mean, Jay?
trust me,
It's
there's
like,
been many protests that have been planned for weeks with United, and nothing's
yeah,
happened, bruv. Trust me. Like next week, it's needed, bruv. Trust me. Can't walk out. Can't leave the team hanging, bruv. At least, next it's like say if they don't turn up next week and we lose, those players will that's the perfect excuse for them. Oh, we had no fans. So what? It's just going to be Liverpool fans. Sitting, you never walk alone at Old Trafford. You know what I'm saying? Don't give these players an excuse for next week, innit? Because if we lose, that's going to be the excuse. There was no fans. We had no atmosphere. We didn't have the 12th man. You get what I'm saying? So then, boom, if we lose the next home game, do your walkout. I'm fully in support of that. Do your walkout. Do your walkout. I think the next home game might be Leeds. Yeah, I think it's Leeds. Do your walkout. I'm fully there, supportive of that. But next week, that game, if we win it next Thursday, next Monday, kickstarts the season. Kickstarts the season. And watch United will probably announce the next signing the next day, bro. Can't walk out. I don't think you understand how big United Liverpool is, bro.
nah, it's a massive game. Worst they
Watch the
drew
pansies.
against Fulham.
Watch the
Sorry,
pansies beat
Palace.
us again on Old Trafford.
Nah, it's a massive game. Massive game. Because if we
Nah.
win, we go above them. 100%. Massive, massive game. Can't lose that game. Can't.
All for the walk. Bruv, if I had time, I'd go to the walkout. But not next Monday. Can't do next Monday, bro. Can't do next Monday. That's criminal if they do that. They don't care about the club if they do that. That's just for image if they do it next Monday. Real shit. Real shit. Completely sidetrack. Let's get back to so Skervin, you said 3-1 Liverpool. I'm gonna go 2-1 United. I think I'm not even gonna say who's gonna win it. It might be someone. Martinez is gonna score the winner. Going with that. 2-1 United. Ronaldo, what you saying?
Oh, mate. I need to see the team. At the moment, Liverpool are definitely beatable. Watching the highlights of the game earlier, so we should have a go at them. Just I say United 3-2.
Oh, okay, all right. Back to the first game of the weekend then. First game of the weekend is Spurs. They're at home to Wolves. What's your man's predictions for that one?
2-0 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs.
I'm gonna go 4-1 Spurs. That one. Everyone's got Spurs win. Set. And then Palace against Villa.
2-2.
2-1.
Was that 2-1 to Palace?
Yeah.
2-2.
I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be 2-0 Palace for that one. Stevie G's gonna get sacked at some point this season. Next game, Everton versus Forest. English Heritage. I'll kick this one off. Nottingham Forest are gonna win that game. I'm gonna go 3-0.
I'm gonna
Wow.
go. I know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton.
Okay. Skervin?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the same as Ronaldo still.
You say 2-1, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And after that, Fulham versus Brentford. It's the Poundland West London derby. I think that's going to be a good game, you know.
I'm going Fulham.
I'm
3-1.
yeah. I'm gonna go Brentford. You know, I'm gonna go Brentford. Um, Brentford 2-1. There you go. What's your thoughts, Ronaldo?
Fulham win. So 2-1 Fulham.
And then Leicester versus Southampton.
Leicester. Leicester need a win. They need a result.
Mm.
I'm gonna go.
They're scoring goals, but they're just leaking them.
Trust.
Your game.
Southampton can't even score goals. They scored 2 at the weekend, so what?
Yeah.
I'll say Leicester. Leicester 3-1. Nah, 2-1 Leicester. 3-1 Leicester, man. They need to unleash, man. Score some goals. I think they're up for it as well. 3-1 Leicester, man.
1-1.
I'm gonna go Leicester. Leicester 2-0 for that one. The 5:30 game on Saturday, Bournemouth versus Arsenal. What are you saying? Arsenal going to continue their good start?
I think it might be a tough game, you know, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'll go.
Small tight pitch.
Yeah, bro. I'll go 1-1.
Skervin?
3-0. 3-0 Arsenal.
I'm gonna go tricky ground to go to, you know. I think Arsenal are buzzing right now. I think they're gonna win that. I'm gonna go 3-1 Arsenal. And then over to Saturday, this is a proper English grudge match. Leeds United versus Chelsea. There's going to be bear fights after the game for that one. Probably before it too. What's you man's thoughts as predictions?
Nah, I think Chelsea will
3-0.
nick this one. Yeah, I think Chelsea will win this one. Just though. I think it might be like a 3-2 or 4-2. 4-2 Chelsea.
What score did you say, Skervin?
Junior Chelsea.
Yeah, I don't see anything but a Chelsea win, to be honest. I don't know. I'm gonna go draw. I'm gonna say 1-1. 'Cause I'm not sure. Chelsea don't score goals, bruv.
Yeah, it's a tight game, but they'll win, I reckon.
Yeah. West Ham versus Brighton. West Ham, one of 3 teams with no points so far. Europa League on Thursday for them. Then it's Brighton. What are we saying? Are they going to get their first points of the season?
Yeah, they're home, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. West Ham 2-1. West Ham.
I'm gonna
I'm
go.
going.
I'm gonna go Brighton. I think Brighton are gonna win that. I'm gonna go Brighton 2-1.
Yeah, I've got that as well. 2-1 Brighton.
And then the 4 o'clock game, Newcastle versus Man City.
It's going to be a big game. Say City. It's, could be a draw. Could be a draw.
It depends who scores first.
Could be a draw, City, but nah, I say City. Just tight game, but 3-1 City.
I'm gonna go City as well, but it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna go 3-2 City. I think it's gonna be an entertaining game.
Yeah.
2-2.
All right. So that is all the predictions for the weekend. We've gone very long with this episode, so I'm gonna leave but we can quickly talk about. It's the 30th year of the Premier League. Today is the 30th anniversary of the beginning of the Premier League. I was going to ask for a few moments from the last 30 years that are some of your favorites, but I'll just ask each one of you your favorite moment or favorite game of the Premier League era. All right. I'll start. Innit? I'll start.
Yeah.
Many.
My favorite game was probably the first game that made me properly fall in love with football. I don't think if you remember it, Skervin, but Ronaldo, you might remember it. Remember when Liverpool played Newcastle at Anfield? Was it '96? And it was when Newcastle were going for the league, and it was that mad
Oh,
4-3 game.
Yeah.
When I tell you, yeah, that's one of the most. That's one of
End
the
to
games
end.
where I was like, bruv, Newcastle used to play football, bruv. When they
Yeah,
had
back in them days.
Ginola, Aspria, Ferdinand, Beardsley, brother. That game was a madness. I think Liverpool were 3-1 up, and then Newcastle got it back. Yeah, Newcastle took the lead. Newcastle, and then Liverpool made it 3-1 or something like that, and then Newcastle got it back to 3-3 late, and then the classic Martin Tyler commentary. I think it was Colin to Barnes. Barnes to Colin. Colin still in. Bro, you see that game, yeah?
Yeah,
Legendary.
I know,
Legendary.
I know.
Keegan sunken on the bench. Listen, legendary. That's the first game that made me fall in love with football, bro. Trust me. And my favorite moment was probably, I know United didn't win the league that day, but that Aguero, just for the commentary alone, just for that day, you can't even lie. That's one of the probably the greatest moment in Premier League history.
Yeah, nah, that hurts, but yeah, I agree. That's a standout moment, definitely.
What's you guys' favorite game, favorite moment?
I'll
Off the
think
top,
my favorite.
go
Sorry
on,
about
go Oscar, go Oscar.
I
Because I
think my
think we might have
favorite.
the same favorite, you know. Sorry,
Yeah.
off the
I
top of my head, yeah.
I think I know what
I
you're gonna
just think
say.
you already know it. Like one of the best days. It has to be United. Come on, man. It's the day, yeah.
um,
I woke
oh
up
God.
and I
Yeah.
saw Dwight York score a hat trick against Arsenal, bro. There have been many
Yeah.
games like, but
You know
that's
what? I thought
just
you were gonna say the 8-2.
nah. That was a good moment as well. You get me, but one of the best days, like, because Arsenal was a rival. You know what I mean? Like
You see, I remember that game vividly, bruv. It was a Sunday morning, bruv. It was a Sunday bloody morning, bruv. I'll never forget. And like Arsenal were missing bare man, but it didn't matter. It was like 4-1 after 20 minutes, bruv. United moved, bruv. We tore them to shreds.
that's what
We
I'm
tore,
saying,
bruv.
bro.
Dwight York scored a hat trick in like 20 minutes, bruv.
Jokes and
Listen, 6-1, you know. I think we won the
moments.
league by Easter, innit?
That,
Like,
that 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 was one of my best days watching United. Like, you know, get the way we dealt with our rivals, just shoot. Like. But moments, yeah. Another moment to rub it in with the Arsenal because you know they're on top of the moment. It's when we won the trophy, yeah, and we had to we had to, you know, we got our trophy back. We got our trophy back. That was one of my favorite moments, man.
which year was that one?
I think that was the last trophy we won. Was it the last? I
Oh
remember,
boy.
bro. All I can remember is the lad singing that because we didn't have it for so long. Who took it? It was Chelsea, Arsenal. I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't have it for
I
so
think
long, bro.
yeah, we had yeah. That's when Chelsea were like kind of threatening to dominate, innit?
Yeah, that was a good moment,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
just
about
off
you,
the top of
Skervin?
my head.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
For me, yeah, one of the standout games in my head there was when United went down to Highbury and we played Arsenal, obviously. And in the tunnel, Roy Keane and Vieira went
Mm,
at it.
Yeah,
And United doing that black
mm.
kick standout, kick out racism or whatever was on it, bruv. I remember that.
classic.
It was a Monday night. It was a Monday night, and we were getting at it, bruv. Like you knew it was full on war. That was like the epitome of
Mm.
like football.
Yeah,
Man United, Arsenal at the top, bruv, the pinnacle.
You-
That was the game, bruv. You
mm,
get me? Yeah, we went on a wonder game as well. Ronaldo scored twice or once, I think. Um,
twice,
yeah,
yeah.
twice. Yeah, and that was when he was like proper young, bruv. Like
yeah.
really him up top.
Mm.
You get me? That was a wicked game, man. And I'll say one of my favorite Premier League goals. It's not a United player, but it's the Arsenal player that it was against us as well. It was Henry's goal against at Highbury, and I think when his body was turned against the goal, and he flicked it out. The ball
Oh,
came
against
into him.
Barthez
He flicked. Oh fucking hell, bruv.
in
That
top
goal
bins,
there.
yeah.
Oh, bruh. And then he ran over to the crowd and was like, "What's that?" He is the coldest.
Yeah,
Henry is the coldest, bro. He's my favorite in Premier League history, bruv. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Mm.
Favorite.
I hear that. I hear that stuff.
All right,
Mhm.
throughout the season, we're gonna run up some of our favorite moments, favorite games. We'll probably do our all-time favorite 11 over the last 30 years in the Prem, but we'll do that throughout the season. But just what I thought I'd do a little something because it's 30 years to the day since the start of the Premier League. But boy, thanks for everyone whoever listens to this. Car boy, it's been a very United heavy podcast, but it had to be done. I think this was therapy for all United fans, especially for us here. Um, lads, any final thoughts?
Let's just hope that we're not at the end of a battering next week, mate. You know what I mean? Oh, be a long night, be a long week.
Yeah, no matter
Uh,
what, we'll
um,
still be here for the love of the game.
Uh,
always, always. Probably be out later next week because we're all going to the pub next week. Ain't that right, lads? To watch the game, yeah.
Yeah, come on, United. Right on, mate.
no way.
Oh boy. Yeah. So podcast will probably be out later next week, probably around Wednesday, Thursday times. I'm Dre. It's Ronaldo, Skervin. Um, as Ronaldo said, we're always here every week for the love of the game. We're out. Peace.
Love, love.